Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Knicks Cast channel. After a slight hiatus for Game 3, in which a game the Knicks came back and won, we are here back live for Game 4 between the New York Knicks and the Indiana Pacers. Game 4 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. The Knicks look to even series at 2 apiece after a courageous road win on Sunday night. The Indiana Pacers would like to take a 3-1 lead and try to kill all of the Knicks' momentum, but regardless, Donald, I'm going to hand it to you for first thoughts. I know you weren't optimistic coming into Game 3 like many others, but I want to hear your thoughts, man.
Do you hear a bell?
I didn't hear a bell.
I don't hear no bell. Until I hear a bell, we can still go to the NBA Finals.
I like that mindset. Love it.
Let's go. To be honest, that 20-point comeback on the road has erased much of the damage that Game 1 did.
Really? For you?
Well, in terms of mentality, because obviously psychologically
that screws with you.
The Pacers thought, we're up 20. The Knicks looked cooked. And they did. Brunson was in foul trouble. Cat was awful for the first 3 quarters. And I think they probably felt really good. And then the fourth quarter comes along. Karl Anthony Towns was nuclear. He went nuclear on them. And it just shifted the series entirely. And now we got a shot. And we didn't have a shot even at halftime, I didn't think, necessarily, in Game 3. Yet we came roaring back. So let's do it.
Let's do it, absolutely. Alex in the chat, what's up to Killer Joe? We are the New York Knicks, and you can suck on our New York Knicks. Ronald, my Donald, what's going on? I got to tell you, Joe is not much of a basketball fan, but he was with us for the festivities on Sunday night, and he was all into it. We were at Stout, obviously. Obviously, I'll break into that. But, Donald, is there anything, in particular you're looking for in this game, anything that you want the Knicks to do? Because I'll start real quick. The Knicks actually listened to me because I stated in Game 1 and Game 2 that I would expand the rotation with DeLon Wright and Landry Shamet. Yet they were two of the more underrated, impactful Knicks on Sunday night. DeLon Wright, I thought, was calm and collective as a point guard, and he was very good defensively. Same thing with Landry Shamet. Didn't make a lot of shots, but, he matched up with the size of the Indiana guards. I like to keep it that way. I'd also like the Knicks to stagger Brunson and Towns a little bit. Have Towns have some moments alone, Brunson some moments alone. Have them cook, because obviously a lot of people are concerned about the defensive pairing between the two, but I'll leave the floor to you, man.
Yeah, their D rating in Game 1 was 160 with them on the court. So that pretty much tells you everything. You probably do need to stagger it. Plus, you just saw what Cat is like without Brunson on the floor in the fourth quarter. He went nuclear. That's the thing, man. We need to figure out why they have no chemistry together. Why can't they play together? It reminds me a lot like Amari Stoudemire and Carmelo Anthony. Mm-hmm. They just didn't bring the best out of each other. They're two all-stars. One's better than the other, just like in this situation. Brunson's better than Cat overall, just like Carmelo's better than Amari. But for whatever reason, as good as they are, they just don't bring the best out of each other. A lot of it's because neither of them play defense. Neither of them are the greatest facilitators either. That plays a part, but they're both fantastic individually. We need to get them to work together as a team,
absolutely,
as a unit. If we can get them to work together better, then there's no reason why we can't beat this Pacer team. There's no reason at all, because individually, I would say the first 4 out of the first 6 players that you lined up, the Knicks beat them in terms of matchups. We've got the better players. But it's not about the better players. It's about a better unit, better coaching, better chemistry, and all those things are in the Pacers' favor.
Yes, as I'm seeing on my screen, Karl Anthony Towns heading to center court. Great game for Towns, especially in the fourth quarter. First 3 weren't good, but Towns showed up, and you could argue had his best New York Knicks moment. Will it carry through those? We get ready and get set for Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Will the Knicks can carry the momentum, or will the Pacers take it back on their home floor? Donald, I know we've been saying the Knicks are road warriors, and that's been pretty apparent.
I'll say.
You won 2 in Detroit, you won 2 in Boston. You have a chance to win 2 in Indiana. Indiana, again, is a tough place to play. You're at the highest of the stakes because the Knicks are down 2-1, and it's obviously the stakes for the Eastern Conference Finals. But same lineups from last game: Halliburton, Nembhard, Nesmith, Siakam, Turner for the Pacers, Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, Towns, and Mitchell Robinson. I thought OG Anunoby had a nice game for the Knicks last game. I thought he was one of the only ones who showed up, and I think without him, we don't win. But there was also a nice clutch rebound from Josh Hart at the end. Tip-ups on
Josh Hart was fantastic off the bench. I think that's the rule for him.
Yes, absolutely. Brunson brings in the half court as the Knicks get the tip. Brunson has Bridges. Bridges looking for a man to dish. Bridges still looking for a man, still trying to find the man. He finds Anunoby off the screen. Mitchell Robinson comes, 9 seconds to shoot. Anunoby deep in three-point territory, drives on Nembhard, backing him down, turns, fires, scores.
That was a tough shot.
Yeah, not an easy look.
Good start.
Absolutely. Halliburton brings the half court, hands to Nesmith, back to Halliburton. They play it high, hands out to Nesmith. Nesmith finds Turner. Turner in the paint. Turner is fouled and scores.
Oh my God. What? How did he get a shot off?
I don't think Bridges wanted that one to count.
He definitely didn't want it to count. How did he manage to get that off? That's pretty impressive.
Pretty impressive, I would agree. Turner at the free throw line to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. And he knocks it down. This series has been punch for punch.
Dude, the festivities must have been insane on 7th.
I'll have to get into that. Brunson has the ball near the Gainbridge Fieldhouse logo. Looking for a man. He's going to get Mitch from a screen. Brunson goes right down the lane. Kicks out. Bridges, three-pointers up. Three-pointer is good.
Beautiful.
Nembhard in the half court. Hands to Turner. Back to Siakam. Siakam defended by Towns. Looks for a man. Kicks out to Nesmith. 12 to shoot. Now Siakam. Siakam down the lane. Euro step. Floaters up. Floater no good. Rebound Towns. Brunson, Bridges, drives, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound Halliburton. Indiana will look to push. Halliburton down the lane, kicks. Nesmith, corner. 3 is good.
Brunson missed an assignment there. You saw him Bridges point to him.
Absolutely. Brunson down the lane. Backing down Nesmith at the Emirates logo. Isolation. Brunson backing him down.
You got that.
Shot is up and good. I'll explain why I like that matchup particularly. Siakam down the lane against Towns. He scores.
Oh, shit, guys. Come on. You got to play some defense. Any would be good.
Brunson brings it across the timeline. Hand off to Anunoby. Hand off to Bridges. Back to Brunson. Robinson comes with a screen to the left. The Pacers will play it high. Brunson looks. Brunson makes Nesmith fall down. Pull up 3 is no good. Rebound Halliburton.
Oh, Brunson's in his bag. You can tell early.
Turner, transition three-pointer. No good. Rebound Bridges.
Oh, fish. We need to get Cat involved. Call play for Cat. There he is, top of the key.
Bridges finds Anunoby against Nembhard. He has the mismatch. Anunoby spins and out of bounds. It will be Pacers ball.
Come on, man. Cat hasn't touched the ball since the freaking game started. 3 minutes in.
9:22 to play. Halliburton will bring it up.
This is the
Goes
stuff I'm
left to the
talking about.
screen, finds Nesmith. Nesmith, top of the key 3. Got it. Brunson will bring it up.
Good job.
Defended
Brunson,
tightly
here.
by Nesmith. Brunson looking for a handoff. He finds Bridges around the screen. Bridges in the paint. Looks.
Finally.
Trying to find Cat. He does. Cat in the paint versus Siakam. He turns. He fires. He scores.
That's what I'm saying. Why is it taking 4 minutes to get the ball to freaking Karl Anthony Towns?
Siakam is fouled. They'll go to the line for 2. But great points, Donald. I don't know why it took 4 minutes either. Towns was clearly cooking at the end of Game 3.
Exactly. And he's got a mismatch inside.
Let me tell you
No one
something right
can
now.
really stop him inside.
Yeah, I was about to say there's nobody. I'm going to be honest. There's nobody that could stop him. Not one Pacers defender. He was cooking Turner. He can cook anybody on this team. You give him the ball, let him go to work.
They need to make a concerted effort to get him involved early. Get some shots, get his confidence, get him flexing, get him freaking, feeling himself a little bit, and then the game will open up for the rest of the scores.
Twins and my nephew got me into the Knicks the last 2 years. Good for you, Joe. And Jacob says, what's up?
Good to see Joe in the chat, man.
Siakam at the line. He made his first, and he will make his second.
We all got to hang out when next time we get in town.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Bridges defended by Halliburton. Gets a screen from Robinson to left. Bridges goes left. Bridges down the lane. Bridges drives, looks, pulls up. Jumper, no good. Rebound, Halliburton.
That's your bag, brother. That's your bag.
Halliburton off a screen. Halliburton wide open for 3 hits.
Some defense would be nice. Just any.
Any at this point.
Any at this point would be nice.
I mean, it's like the sea parted for Halliburton to hit that shot.
Yeah. Towns just ran away. Where was Towns go?
Towns I think on a different assignment. They did
really? Switch. What was his assignment? Go for a cup of coffee? What the fuck?
Now we call timeout. But regardless, I want to break into a little bit about Sunday. So Sunday, I called for reservation. I think it was 2 nights prior. I called for reservations to Stout 6:30. Got there a little bit after 6:30. When you enter Stout, there's obviously a big bar. There's an upstairs, and then there's the upstairs. There's the main bar, and then there's the downstairs. We went to the downstairs section. Everything was Knicks jerseys, Knicks flags, all that. For about the first hour or so, they obviously put on the Met game, Sunday Night Baseball, whatnot. Okay, turn on the game. The moment, the energy was there when the game started. Obviously, it lost a little bit as the game got more out of control. But when the Knicks started coming back, everybody was dancing, everybody was bumping into each other. It was like they were playing music like as if you were at the arena. It was amazing. Let me see if I can find the video. Sure. And then once we won, it was a line going up the stairs. Knicks fans were bumping each other. They were all celebrating and shit. I was bumping into people like celebratory. And then so we walk out of Stout. We make a right. That's where you go to the Garden. And we're like, okay, where's the party? So we make a left on 33rd to head down to 32nd. So we see the parties there. They have the 32nd Street barricaded. So it was like, okay, we got to find another entryway. And one of the guys like kind of warned me. He's like, cops might try to make their quota, try to arrest some people. Okay, I'll take that into note. So as soon as my buddy Jonathan found an opening, I don't think I've ever seen so many people run in a certain direction at the same time. It wasn't just our group. It was a couple other people. We were juking around cars, and then we finally got in the MSG pile.
Oh, my God.
Let me see if I have it saved on my Instagram. And Joe was also
showed me a picture of like the railing being passed around.
Yeah, that we all touched the railing.
That's bananas. And the police were on the megaphone, just like.
Well, once they started passing the barricade, that was enough for them. That was like, all right, we got to cut this shit out. That's what the cops said. But regardless, what's up to Max C says, why can't we ever get up strong start, play through it dominantly? Only time I've seen it is Game 6 versus Boston. Why do we love paint? I don't know, man. There seems to be no defense being played. I'm going to go to
none.
Let's see. All right. I'm going to see if I can share this real quick before we get back to action. So, all right. This is on Sean's post, by the way, so I'm going to put up the sound. Just want to make sure my sound is up. It is. All right.
Awesome.
That was just a glimpse. There will be more in next commercial. There will be more. But like I've never also before I say this, well, I'll say it actually when we get back to after we get back to action. Robinson with a handoff, looks for Brunson. Brunson down the lane, looks alley-oop to Mitch.
There we go.
Now play defense. Bridges guards Halliburton. Halliburton hands off, drives down the lane, kicks to Siakam. Siakam in the paint, kicks out to Turner. Turner hands. Neesmith back out to Siakam. 10 to shoot. Siakam. 3-pointers up, and a foul is
on Cat, of course. Cat, a major issue with him, man, is he just makes the dumbest fouls and puts himself in trouble where he just doesn't need to. Why are you doing that? You don't need to do that. Grab Neesmith by the neck. You just don't need to do that. Like, there's just no need to do that. Now he's off the floor. 2 fouls.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit that just...
not ideal.
It just drives you insane with this guy.
I mean, it was a dumb foul, I agree, but he was also trying to get through a screen. Turner looking for a man. Now finds Nembhard, drives on Hart. Inside. Shot is no good. Rebound, Mitch. Here comes Hart to push. Hart down the lane. Looks. Anunoby off the cut.
What a feed, Josh.
Halliburton to the right of the screen. They switch it. Robinson on Halliburton in isolation. Finds Ben Shepherd back to Nembhard. They switch it. Nembhard looks, feeds Siakam. Siakam in the post, fires and scores. Brunson one-on-one. Has Shepherd, Robinson screen, Brunson down the lane, looks. Brunson turns, fires, hits.
Now Brunson can start to cook because Cat isn't on the floor. They just can't seem to play together.
Down the lane, strip stolen by Anunoby. Here come the Knicks now. Josh Hart in transition. Hart finds Bridges, looks, trying to look for man. He has Halliburton, trying to post him up, turns, fires, and one.
The Knicks have come back with some focus since the timeout.
Halliburton. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on Halliburton before I say
Halliburton's face every time there's a foul call. He's like,
before I say something really stupid, he's like, "What? Me?" Literally every single time he's called.
Every single foul. What?
Bridges at the line. And he knocks it down. We're knotted up at 18.
Insufferable, bro. He is insufferable.
He's horrible. Halliburton to the right of the screen. They hedge it. Bridges guarding. Now they switch it to Robinson. Halliburton step back high on 3, knocks it down.
He's so good, though. Fuck.
Not a lot of people can make that shot, may I say that.
No.
And you know what? It makes it interesting is his form is like very weird looking at the visual presentation.
It's very awkward, but he was awkward coming out of college.
Yeah. Brunson pull up 3. Good.
But I remember coming out of college, I wanted us to draft him because I loved his playmaking.
That's something he has over the edge of Brunson. Halliburton now switched on to Robinson once again, trying to isolate. Couple of dribble fakes out to Toppin, back out to Halliburton. Halliburton drives down the lane. Halliburton pull up mid-range. Jay got it. 23-21 as we hit the 5:40 mark. Hart brings it up the floor. Hart, Mitch, Brunson off the handoff. Brunson versus Shepherd. Mitchell Robinson sets a screen to the left. Brunson pulls. 3-pointers up. 3-pointer is good. It is a shootout between these 2 point guards.
He is cooking.
Halliburton defended by Bridges.
Oh, no.
Drives down the lane, stripped, and a foul.
Oh, my God. These guys are just going to start cooking. Brunson has him on skates.
A foul, I believe, a reach in on the Knicks.
Jalen Brunson, baby.
Pacers are already in the bonus. Halliburton knocks down the first. By the way, a lot of people were we did do some asshole chants at Tyrese Halliburton at the bar. And we also people also were calling Ben Shepherd because of his mustache a pedo.
It's an interesting mustache. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, to say the least. Somebody said on Twitter today he looks like a Muppet.
He looks like a what?
A Muppet.
A Muppet. Yeah, I can see that too.
Bridges hands into Hart. Hart will bring it up versus former teammate Toppin. Hart brings it up. Hart finds Brunson. Brunson is screen to the left. Brunson goes left. Brunson now gets another screen. Goes right and rejects it. Brunson down the lane.
Shit.
He turns.
Oh, shit.
Brunson, couple of fakes. Inside. No good. Rebound Halliburton. Here come the Pacers in transition. Out to Nesmith. Nesmith down the lane. Inside. Throws it down.
God damn. That's just vicious.
Bridges. Fakes. Pull-up jumper. No good. Hart. Foul on him.
Felt like Bridges rushed that, man.
I thought he did too.
Like he had time. He had a mismatch, and it was a fast break. I don't know. That was weird.
I thought he could have at least went to the hoop, but
yeah, he easily could have gone to the hoop, but he's terrified of the rim.
He's very contact averse.
Halliburton is kind of like, you know what he reminds me of? He's like Trae Young, but better.
Oh, he is better than Trae Young. I'll say that.
He's Trae Young, but better. You know, he's he's as much of an asshole as Trae Young.
Oh, God, here we fucking go. Why? Why is Precious Achua on the floor? We're going to get fucked.
That always gets himself in foul trouble.
We're going to get fucked. We're going to get fucked. I'm sorry. I don't want to call it that way, but every time this dude steps on the floor, it's like bad omen.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's usually like a -6, -7 every time that he's on the court. So
we're like a fucking -12, but I made that up. Don't actually think that. Halliburton knocks down another one. Knicks have 2 non-shooters on the floor, which is not a great sign. Brunson will
probably could have gone small and just had DeLon Wright.
Oh, I agree. Brunson drives down the lane, finds Josh Hart. Hart, open three-pointer, got it.
Damn, Josh Hart, man. Never, ever, ever count this guy out.
Halliburton. I'm sorry, that's Siakam. Siakam in the lane. Fires, no good. Rebound Hart. Here he comes in transition. Looking. Finds. Pass deflected and stolen by the Pacers. Here comes Halliburton.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That one hurt. I'm not gonna lie, they are fun to watch, man.
No, you can't. I don't disagree with that at all. Brunson, I don't even know what Achua is doing down there. He's just like circling. Achua looking for a man.
Oh shit! He almost lost
Brunson down the lane. Brunson inside, off the glass is good, and the foul.
You think he gets the assist for that because it looked like he lost the ball, but Brunson saved it.
Mm-mm. He doesn't get the assist. He probably won't, but it is a punch for punch, toe for toe, kick for kick with the Knicks and Pacers right now.
This is going to be the Brunson show, bro. I can see Brunson easy dropping 40. Easy.
And a timeout. The Pacers are fucking challenging that? Jesus Christ.
He actually has a really good record for challenges.
That's true, including last game.
Maybe it's so good that it's slightly concerning. Like he's got fucking Adam Silver in his ear.
Max, did I see Alex crowd surfing? No, none of us were crowd surfing, by the way. So we can get this game dirty as possible. Push for lead. This game is close. We got to go double bigs to start the third and close the fourth. Agree. Rookies can't be worse than Precious Achua. I also agree with that. Tibbs loves screwing us over with the rotations.
He was terrible, bro.
He's awful.
He's horrible.
He got worse as the season progressed.
Yeah, like he was actually pretty good for like a month. But then he forgot how to play basketball, and now he's just standing there, kind of. I mean, I would say doing cardio, but he doesn't run, so he's just standing. He's just standing there, just kind of looking petrified.
Let me pull this up again. Let me see if I can find. All right.
So who took the video?
Oh, that was Joe. That was Joe.
Took the video. Because I think that's Sean over there, right?
Yeah, that's Sean. That's my buddy Jonathan with the black shirt and glasses.
I could definitely see. I can't miss Sean, man.
No. Let me see. All right.
Let's go, Knicks! Knicks in 6! 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 Knicks in 6!
That was just a glimpse of what it was. Dude, I was sweating. Let me tell you something. I was sweating profusely because we were surrounded by bodies. And, like, there was a point where, like, we were, like, almost on top of each other. It was like, and like there was like a barricade behind me. I was like backed up like this. I was like,
bro,
are people
insane? Well, that's just amazing.
Gonna wonder if the Pacers win the challenges. Donald said Carlisle does win a lot of challenges. He's very good with that. Let's see. That's right. We did chant Knicks in 6, suck my dick.
I like that.
Can we please win this game so I can dream of making the NBA Finals? Listen, you know, we're not out of this yet.
If we made the NBA Finals, I'd cry.
You kidding me? I've in my sports lifetime, not lifetime, I've never seen my team make a Finals, a Super Bowl, let alone a World. I mean, yes, and actually that's a lie.
Yeah, you won a World Series last.
Yeah. That's a World Series I wanted to forget, but otherwise the Yankees.
Really already have, bro. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's like I wanted. But by the way, folks, we kind of reverse jinxed it. The Knicks, I should say, the Pacers did not win the challenge, so Brunson will be shooting a free throw.
No, I didn't see what you could possibly challenge.
They thought that he fucked with Obi's arm, kind of pushed off, but Shai Gilgeous would get that a defensive foul call, so. They had to play it fair, and they do, as Brunson's at the line. He's been cooking this game.
I'll fucking say.
And knocks down the free throw. It's a 1-point game with 3:43 to play.
He basically has, I was going to say half our points. 13 of our 30 points.
Hart switches on to Haliburton, finds Siakam in the corner. Siakam looking for a man. He finds Nesmith. Nesmith guarded by Brunson, goes over a Haliburton screen, drives down the lane, kicks out to the corner. Obi Toppin fakes. He spins. 9 to shoot. Kicks out to Haliburton. Haliburton ran off the line. Haliburton's floater, no good.
Rebound to Chua. Rebound. Hey.
He did something. Yay. Brunson will bring up the floor. Brunson.
What was that?
And no offensive foul. No. Brunson fakes, pulls, three-pointer, air ball. That was
I think he was slightly distracted because he looked to the sidelines for a second.
Are they going to call foul? He's like,
I think that affected his rhythm.
Haliburton pulls up 3. Good.
Dude, his threes are like from the fucking it's crazy. Like the height that he gets on them, man.
Such a high arc.
Yeah.
Looking for a handoff. He finds Bridges. 13 to shoot. 1-on-1 versus Haliburton. Bridges. Nothing much going. They play the screen high. Drives down the lane. Inside layup. He fucking missed
how
it.
do you miss that? Come on.
Haliburton feeds. Siakam. Corner. 3 is good.
Bro, this is crazy. There's still 2 minutes remaining in this quarter.
Josh Hart will bring up the floor. Drives down the lane. Fakes inside. Shot is no good, but a foul.
Dude, this is like an all-star game.
It is. It is like the NBA All-Star game.
This is ridiculous. Well, first to 50 in the first quarter.
No defense is being played here, folks. If you like the modern NBA, I would suggest you tune in. If you don't like the modern NBA, this is not the game for you. This This is not a game with defense, folks. I don't think really you could say this has been a series with defense. The Knicks' best quarter in terms of defense was the fourth quarter last game. Hart at the line for two. His first free throw goes in. Mitchell Robinson and OG Anunoby check in.
Hart has been awesome.
He's a bench player, dude. He's better off the bench.
Yeah.
It's not his fault because he actually, if you didn't read, he suggested in Game 5 of the Boston series, "Hey, let me sacrifice myself. Put me on the bench. Start somebody else."
That's amazing. I fucking love that dude, bro.
I respect the hell out of him. Hart knocks down the second. TJ McConnell will bring it up. McConnell, a Knicks assassin, Knicks killer. McConnell guarded by Hart. Looking, drives on the screen, looking for a man to dish. Kicks out to Nesmith. Nesmith pulls up, three-pointer, no good. Rebound taken by Deuce McBride. McBride in transition slows it down just a tad. McBride hands off to Anunoby. Anunoby jab steps. Anunoby hands off to Robinson. Robinson looking for a handoff himself. He hands to Josh Hart. Hart one-on-one versus Halliburton. Hart, 9 to shoot, hands to Anunoby, drives down the lane. Anunoby pulls, fakes, high arcing three, no good. Rebound Nesmith.
Oh, a steal!
Steal by Brunson. Brunson down the lane, looks, finds Anunoby, transition three, no good. Rebound Hart. Hart kicks. Brunson corner three, no good. Rebound Hart, and it's tipped into the hands of McConnell. Transition defense for Siakam.
Hart is doing
everything, bro.
Hart is doing everything, bro. He should have gotten the benefit. Brunson should have knocked down that three.
He should have. Brunson loses the ball, is deflected. Nope, they call a backcourt.
Oh, great. This is insane. They're going to put up 40.
Yeah. About a minute 4 to play. Benedict Mathurin checks in. Halliburton takes the seat on the bench. McConnell looking for a man. He finds Mathurin at center court. Defended by Hart. Screen from Bradley. Mathurin pulls up mid-range jumper. It goes.
10-2 run. 41 already.
Not ideal.
Dude, that's disgraceful.
Brunson.
Oh, no! Is that another backcourt?
Nope, blocking foul.
Oh, good.
Like, the Pacers are teeing up on Brunson playing high, but the Knicks have to set a little more physical screens.
Yeah. OG's not done anything there. He should have set a better screen. Mitchell Robinson was not doing his job.
Nesmith heads to the bench. He is dealing with an ankle injury. Not that he's hurt, but just something to monitor. Brunson looking to inbound. Looking for a man he finds. Deuce McBride. McBride versus Bradley. McBride one-on-one. McBride pulls up three-pointer. Got it. Deuce McBride from downtown.
Crazy. 41-35.
McConnell defended by Deuce McBride. Shepard sets a screen. McConnell drives down the lane. McConnell fakes. Inside goes Mathurin. He scores.
Oh, my God.
Brunson defended by Shepard. At a 7-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Brunson, now they double. Finds Hart. Hart, alley-oop, deflected and stolen by the Pacers.
Oh.
McConnell defended by Hart.
I think he should have gone for the shot.
McConnell down the lane. Final seconds. Siakam puts it up at the horn, and no good. As we end the first quarter, 43-35.
Oh my God.
Josh, I think on that play, Donald missed a man in the corner. He went for the alley-oop, which the Pacers had covered. They rotated quickly, but there was a man in the corner he could have hit.
I'm going to rewind that and have a look. Okay, here we go. Right. Yeah. Hart's got the ball. At this point, OG Anunoby is all alone.
Yeah,
Siakam's he's actually edging towards Hart, which leaves OG completely alone. Also, Deuce McBride was alone on the other side, so he actually had the choice. But OG was in a much better spot.
absolutely. Max C says, I like the modern NBA, but I want the Knicks to dominate because I like a game I don't got to stress watch. Well, I'll tell you this. You could say the entire season, including the entire playoffs, it's been a fucking roller coaster.
Bro, I'm gonna say, man, I'm not sure if the Knicks are for you. If you don't want a team that's gonna give you a stress watch, I'm not sure if the Knicks are that team for you, brother. Because all they're gonna do is give you a stress watch. That's just what they do. It's what they do.
It's a giant roller coaster. And it doesn't feel like you're getting off. Like, okay, is this the end? Am I gonna stop being nauseous? No, we're just gonna take you for a couple of fast turns. It's literally a roller coaster.
Oh shit. Yeah, I've been watching them for about 30 years, and yeah, this is kind of par for the course.
Maddening, roller coaster ride, whatever you want to say.
Holy shit. I mean, I can't be that mad at the first quarter. I mean, obviously the defense is disgraceful, but we've had some great looks.
And we just missed some.
We missed them, yeah. We've had some great looks. So it says to me that we can get whatever we want.
Yeah, there's nobody protecting the rim for Indiana as much as nobody's protecting the rim for our team.
But the thing is, man, we're playing into their hands.
Yeah.
We allow them to play at the speed that they're playing, they will beat us because they're just better offensively. They just are. They move the ball better. They're more efficient.
Yeah.
They light us up all over the court. We have to slow them down. We have to be physical with them. We're not being nearly enough physical enough. I'm looking a lot at like Bridges not doing his job.
A lot of miscommunication too.
OG's not done his job. Mitchell Robinson's not been any kind of a factor whatsoever. Brunson's just kind of carrying them, and Josh Hart off the bench, but it's just basically Brunson doing everything. So,
and you know what the thing is? We've seen the series, folks. No lead is safe. That goes for either team. But DeLon Wright does check in as we start the second quarter.
Smart call.
Mathurin guarded tightly by Hart, goes over a screen to the left. Three-pointers up, three-pointer in and out. Rebound taken, and it's going to be Knicks basketball. DeLon Wright will bring it up, defended by Shepard. Wright with screen from Towns, hands off to Anunoby. Anunoby hands to McBride. They're going to try to get Towns free. They do have a mismatch. They get it to him. Towns versus Siakam, backing him down. He's double-teamed. Finds Anunoby, passes deflected. Hart still has it, and out of bounds. And the Knicks will still have the ball with 4.5 seconds to shoot.
Great job, Hart.
He literally bounced it off the back of Siakam.
Literally just bounced him off Siakam.
Wright looking inbound, trying to find the man. They find McBride. McBride pull up three-pointer, in and out. Rebound, Mathurin. In the corner, Siakam versus Towns. Siakam dribbling. They switch to Anunoby. Siakam with a handoff to Mathurin. Mathurin down the lane. Mathurin inside off the glass is good.
All right.
Towns at the top of the key.
Now we're going. Now we're
Couple
cooking.
of dribbles. Towns fakes back to DeLon Wright. They're trying to get the ball to Towns. Hart finds Towns, defended by Bradley. They double. Towns is fouled under the basket, but they will not call it on the shot.
They're not calling it on the shot?
I don't think so. I think they're going to say it was a reach-in. As you see, Bradley clearly hooks him under his armpit.
I'm just amazed that they actually called a foul. Because Towns never gets fouls.
Never. Towns defended by Siakam, 1-on-1, drives down the lane,
Oh, that's
and
just
the ball
like
is stripped
you.
and stolen
That's
by
just
McConnell.
like you.
And Matherin down the lane, no good. Rebound Knicks. They can run in transition. A few Pacer bodies are down. Right, looks, trying to find the man. Gets back to Towns. Towns, three-pointer, is good.
There we go.
McConnell down the lane. McConnell inside. Shot is good. Anunoby in transition this time, and he is fouled. He'll go to the line for 2.
Okay.
Anunoby's first shot from the line. It's good. Landry Shamet also checks in. (39-47) with about 13 to play. OG Anunoby, his second free throw is good. Now can we play a little more defense? McConnell with the screen, drives down the lane, pull-up jumper, and they're going to call an illegal screen, I believe, on Turner.
Yeah, definitely offensive foul.
Nice little hook job right there.
Just dirty. DeLon Wright is a smart, high IQ player.
Oh, I completely agree with that.
He knows his job, and he does his job. He doesn't try to be someone that he's not.
Campaign.
Yeah, exactly.
Shamet defended by Shepard. Hands to Anunoby. Anunoby pull-up mid-range jumper. Got it.
That is sweet. That is sweet.
Matherin will bring it up. Defended by Josh Hart. Now switched on to Shamet, kicks and nearly ball threw out of bounds. Turner defended by Towns. Turner looking for a man. Still looking for handoff, finds in the paint, and shot is good from Shepard. That was a bad play by Hart. And Landry Shamet, I think, is on his back. He is hurt badly. Yeah, Hart was ball misread the play. Oh, fuck you, Matherin, for that.
Did Matherin just fucking floor him?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Fuck that guy.
Can they challenge to make that a flagrant?
No, I don't think so.
What's with the little leftovers going on?
I don't get it.
They're trying to get under her skin.
Yep.
I fucking hate that yes sirs, by the way. Yeah, it's the
It's corny. It's corny.
the stupidest slogan, man. Like, who comes up with that shit?
Absolutely corny. But again, folks, I know we're down 7. We're not out of this, as this series has clearly shown for both teams. It's just a runaway. Like, I swore back in the Detroit series that Duran did the same thing to Josh Hart, if you don't remember.
Yes. Exactly.
I mean, that's not even a basketball play. That's not a basketball play at all. If you guys haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you know when I go live or drop a new video. Here for the rest of the Knicks playoffs. Hit Donald's links in the description. Follow him on X, Pinstripe Chronicles on YouTube, PFN, all the good stuff, especially everybody else too as well.
We just started doing mock drafts for PFN.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Is there a player that outside of Cooper Flag, obviously, that you particularly like?
I'm going to be honest. I really haven't paid attention to the draft because I don't think the Knicks even have a pick.
That's true. That is true. Maybe they could buy into the leave first, but maybe they could use their seconds to maybe move up. But you're right. As of right now, they don't. But this is a hell of a draft. They should probably be heavily thinking about getting into the first round if I were them.
Luca, you ever consider applying to the actual Knicks broadcast team now that you're out of college? I don't think there's any openings, Sunil, but thank you for the compliment.
That's a nice compliment. Salute to you, Sunil.
Did you watch the Thunder game last night?
Did I watch the what?
The Thunder game, the Western.
I actually didn't know.
Rudy Gobert. Yep, the game is back, but Rudy Gobert was an absolute non-factor. Shamet's okay though, as he inbounds to DeLon Wright.
Julius Randle, he had 5 points.
Yeah, he was not good. Shamet looking for a man. They're going to try to free up Anunoby for his screen. Hands off to Shamet. Shamet pulls back, hands to Towns. Towns has the mismatch. 7 to shoot. Backs him down. Drives down the lane. Inside. Scores.
That is a really difficult shot.
Shepard across the court in transition.
Beautiful touch around the rim.
By Shamet.
To get that to go in.
And they call a foul on Shamet.
That's incredible touch around the rim.
Oh,
he got fouled there. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3.
He did hook the arm, but again, he got fouled like twice before that.
Yeah, I counted 3 fouls there.
Turner hands off to McConnell. McConnell looking for a man to dish. He gets a screen. The Knicks are in drop. Pulls back to Turner. Turner mid-range jumper on the way. No good. Whoa. Rebound Josh Hart.
Let's keep it. Push it. Push it. Push it. Keep the pace.
Hart finds Towns. Towns against Turner. Towns drives down the lane like a bull. Inside, they're going to call a goaltender a foul.
That has to be.
They called a foul. I'm not sure they called a goaltend. I thought it was a goaltend too. That's clearly a goaltend.
That's a goaltend. What are we doing?
Let me see that again.
Oh, it's a goaltend. Come on.
So Towns will shoot 2 at the line. They did not count the basket.
I don't know, man. That should just be goaltend.
Guess the referee again. I don't defend Towns when he gets really stupid with fouls. He has one of the worst whistles in all of the NBA.
Oh, it's crazy, dude. I don't think it might be the worst. Like, he's a good dude. Why did the refs hate him so much?
I don't know. So it's Siakam comes in, Turner checks out. I think the Pacers are going to go small here, which could be to our advantage. No, it's not could. It will be to our advantage as long as we make use of it.
Yeah, keep feeding the ball to Cat.
And my screen, whatever, just started freezing, but it's back up. Towns first goes in, second one goes in. Knicks are down by 3.
Beautiful. What a comeback.
Let's keep the momentum. McConnell defended by Wright, drives down the lane, inside strip. Great play by Wright. There's that IQ. Wright looks, and is that a double dribble? They called a double dribble or some shit.
Oh, no.
They never called that.
No, you didn't.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, he double dribbled.
Oh, shit, he did.
I was about to say they never called that.
That might be the first time I've ever seen double dribble.
McConnell looking for a man. Knicks trying to play well off ball. Matherin off the screen. Gets defended by Hart. Drives to the right. Drives down the lane. Inside. Fuck off. That's not a foul. Matherin's going to go to the line for 2. I could be wrong, but I thought Anunoby had a clean strip. I think Halliburton's chirping Anunoby. Matherin a bad game 3 for the
horrible game.
And I'm going to be honest, Al, I'm not trying to jinx anything or call anything to existence. Has the Pacers bench outside of McConnell been that impressive?
No, I'm not a big fan of Shepard. And Bradley stinks.
Listen, it's one thing to have a lot of players, but you got to have those players contribute. Depth is a good thing, and I'm not saying they're trash players, but some of these guys just haven't shown up in the series. So they have Nesmith's ankle wrapped.
Nesmith, some freaking player.
He's a playoff riser, as this one just rattles in. DeLon Wright will bring it up the court.
Loving Wright's minutes.
Wright gets a screen from Towns. Hands off to Anunoby. Anunoby tightly pressured by Mathurin. Hands off to Shamet. Shamet finds Towns. Towns in the post. Backing him down. He has to see the double team. Towns up. Feed into Wright. Wright still in bounds and kicks out. Oh, Wright in the corner this time. Knocks down the 3.
DeLon Wright, baby!
Siakam hands to Shepard, back to McConnell, back to Mathurin, drives down the lane, strip this time, takes it, back to McConnell, Knicks have to rotate. Siakam turns, fires, passes it right to his former teammate Anunoby, stolen by the Knicks. Anunoby in the half court versus Shepard. Towns
in the way of that.
Anunoby inside.
Yes!
Oh, what a layup from OG.
Oh,
Ben
shit.
Stiller
Ben Stiller is in the house.
And so is Timothée Chalamet. Timeout Pacers. What a layup from OG. Got hit in the head as he was falling down and scored.
What a shot. That is wild.
And Spike Lee, too. Let's go. Come on, folks. We're in this.
We are in this.
Oh, fuck. This is going to be a fun game.
Right, baby. Fucking DeLon Wright.
Everyone in the chat, type in LGK.
Fucking DeLon Wright, bro. And I'm not trying to prop myself up, but I said in like game 1 or game 2, if I had to expand the rotation, I'd say Shamet and DeLon Wright. I don't think Shamet's been bad, neither is DeLon Wright. DeLon Wright had a steal. But you know what's funny? Somebody tweeted.
Talk your shit, bro. You were right, man. You said DeLon Wright. You're spot on.
And somebody said on Twitter, if you, and they said, I don't think they were being serious, but even if they were, somebody says, find me a tweet where somebody was calling for DeLon Wright to be in the rotation for this series, and I'll fly you out to game 4.
Well, let's fucking go to game 4 then, huh?
Yeah. OG going in full Charles Oakley beast mode. That was one fucking hell of a layup.
That was a hell of a layup.
He can take contact.
It is a little, I don't want to be negative, but it is a little concerning that only Brunson on his own or Cat on his own cook.
No, listen, you're right. You got to call it when you see it.
Together. I don't know why they can't cook together. The defense is a big problem because they are not just bad defenders. They are horrible defenders. Like, horrible. Cat, particular. Cat's actually a worse defender than Brunson is. Cat might be the worst defender I've ever fucking seen.
You're absolutely. I mean, he's really bad. Like, he has moments where he has some bright spots. I either said this in a video that I actually made, or it was a draft. I said whenever Cat plays defense, and I watched some like the clips and shit, I was like, the dude plays like what's the word? There's a certain term. He moves very rockily, but
yes.
And he moves like his feet are cinder blocks.
That's right.
It's like he has rocks it's like he has rocks in his shoes. No,
he does that. It's weird.
I mean, one of the worst defenders I've ever seen. It wasn't long ago for the Knicks. Evan Fournier. Fournier was always on skates, but at least Towns.
Evan Fournier is the worst defender by far. But as a center, that would be like as bad as the guys.
It's like he's doing a crab walk whenever he plays defense. I mean, I got to call it like it is, though. I got to call it like it is.
Absolutely.
It is an issue, but when he is involved in the offense, this team looks so freaking good.
Yeah, man. Everybody, John Mellencamp is in attendance for the Pacers game. So is Timothée Chalamet and Ben Stiller, New York alumni. And
fuck Triple H.
Yeah, Triple H as well.
Who does Triple H root for? Is he a Pacer?
I'm guessing Pacers. Spike Lee as well. Nick, obviously Nick fan fanatic. A lot of people on Twitter, I'll just say, we're calling out the missed goaltender. But regardless, we're back to action as Halliburton brings up the ball, defended by DeLon Wright.
Right.
Deflected by Wright that time. Nembhard looking to pass. He finds Halliburton. Halliburton defended by Wright, drives down the lane, kicks.
Right.
Pass nearly deflected, kicks out to Nembhard. 5 to shoot, drives down the lane. Pass nearly stripped. Nembhard pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound Towns.
Aggressive defense. That was fantastic.
Hart looks for a man. Towns is going to have a mismatch.
Here he is. He's open.
Here he is. Towns inside, deflected, stolen. Here comes Nembhard.
Man,
Nembhard looks. In transition, finds Nesmith to the rack. Kicks back to Nembhard. Drives down the lane. Inside, blocked by Anunoby. Taken by the Knicks.
Let's go. Defense, baby. Let's go.
We're about 6:30 to play. Wright slows it down, settling down. That's kind of what you want to do. You want to get into your offensive set, but you don't want to play at their pace. Hart looks. Trying to look for a handoff. Still looking. 6 to shoot. Hart's going to have to pull off a shot here versus Nesmith. He pulls one up, and no good. Rebound Toppin.
Damn it. That was a shit possession.
Toppin pull-up three-pointer. No good. Rebound Hart.
That was an even worse possession. Just as well.
Pacers are 3 for 10 from the field in this quarter. The Knicks have to take advantage. Wright has the ball looking. Towns being hooked. Towns comes with the screen to the right. He's going to free up Wright.
There
Looks,
he is.
Towns, pick and pop, fakes. Towns drives down the lane. Inside is fouled.
Woo! Dude, I am loving DeLon Wright's minutes, bro. Like, loving them.
Do you know how he's a solid IQ player? He knows what to do. He's not going to overshoot, or he's not going to take bad shots. He's like, okay, I'm going to play in the flow of the offense. I'm going to pass to my teammates. I'm going to do what I got to do.
Dude, that possession where first of all, he got in the passing lane, deflected a pass. All he did was he just continually upset the Pacers, trying to get a good shot off. He rotated, he did his job perfectly.
Towns misses
He's just awkward. He's just really awkward to play against.
Yeah, listen, the one thing that Wright was doing, he was getting the passing lanes to stunt, but he was also recovering to his man. That's something the Knicks should do a lot more. Right. And that's where they're not technically sound. You got to stunt, you got to recover, get in the middle of the passing lanes. But you said it perfectly. He was causing trouble as Towns knocks down the second free throw. The Knicks are up 52-51.
Oh, steal, right!
Steal, right inside.
No,
he misses the layup.
You've got to finish that.
Halliburton in transition, wide open three-pointer is good.
Fuck. That was golden.
I would have waited.
Yes.
Right hands to Shamet. Shamet to Towns. Towns could a double team come. It does. Towns looks, finds Anunoby, fakes, corner three is in and out. Rebound Halliburton.
Damn it, man. I hope that's not a momentum killer.
Halliburton defended by Shamet. Turner comes with the screen. Halliburton down the lane. Pulls up, three-pointer, no good. Rebound tip taken by Hart. Here come the Knicks in transition. Hart has been responsible for a few turnovers. Finds Towns. Towns down the lane. He is fouled by Nembhard. Dude, he's a mismatch for anybody. Nobody can guard him.
No, you can't.
As Towns, the Knicks are in the bonus, so Towns will get to shoot free throws.
Do you know what's impressive? We haven't seen Brunson at all in the second quarter.
That's right. It's like, okay, Towns, you cook. Brunson, you cook. It's on and off.
And by the way, Thibodeau is definitely listening to everyone's advice in terms of, scattering the minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. Staggering them. Jalen Brunson now checks in as we say that. But listen, Towns had his time to cook. But good job.
He got an extra 2 minutes that I wasn't expecting him to get. So that might help later in the game. He might not be as tired late in the fourth quarter, you know?
Absolutely. Towns at the free throw line. He knocked down his first and knocks down his second.
Great job. Tie game, baby.
Got to play some defense. Halliburton, screen to the left, drives down the lane. Halliburton inside, layup is good. Bridges got toasted.
Yes, he did.
Brunson trying to find a way out. He'll bring it up the court.
What a game from Halliburton. 20 points, 7 boards, 6 assists already?
Brunson looks. Game. Yeah, it is. And Towns drives down the lane. Towns inside is stripped. Towns still puts it up and puts it in.
Dude, he was fouled about fucking 4 times there.
Nembhard hands to Halliburton. Halliburton 1-on-1, screen to the right. Halliburton down the lane. Halliburton inside, blocked by Bridges, taken by the Knicks. Here they go in transition. Bridges looks. Nice feed to Brunson. Brunson inside, no good. Rebound by the Pacers.
Come on, man. You're missing these point-blank layups.
Halliburton stops, pops, finds deflected, and a foul is called on OG.
Missing point-blank layups, guys.
And this is, like, for Bridges and Brunson, those are usually made.
That's crazy the Cat doesn't get any whistles. Like, I want to know exactly what
did he do to the league?
Yeah.
Halliburton hands off a handoff from Turner, drives down the lane, feeds Turner. Turner fakes, drives to the basket, fakes again. Turner, beautiful move there.
That's amazing move. But I would say that if that was Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, for instance, they would have called about 3 flagrants.
Yes.
And that
Hart down the lane, pass is stripped. Hart's got to kill it with the fucking turnovers. Nembhard in transition finds Halliburton inside. Siakam fakes and scores. Way too many turnovers from Josh Hart. Bridges will bring it up. Bridges down the lane. Bridges looks. Bridges stripped again and taken by the Pacers. Halliburton pull up 3, no good. Rebound tipped and taken by the Knicks.
Let's go.
Kill the fucking turnovers. Brunson down the lane. Brunson, no good. Hart puts it back and puts it in.
We're missing that extra defender.
Halliburton hands to Turner. Pick and pop inside to Halliburton. He turns. He hands to Nesmith, defended by Brunson. Nesmith switched on. Kicks to Halliburton. Halliburton by the logo. He pushes Turner away. Halliburton versus Brunson. Pull up 3. No good. Rebound Anunoby. Good job boxing out by Towns.
Let's go. Push it.
Brunson hands to Anunoby. Drives down the lane. Anunoby inside. Blocking foul and 1.
All right.
There you go, OG.
Can we get Delon Wright back on the floor?
That's called attacking a mismatch, folks. Attacked Halliburton. Restricted area. Nembhard was in.
Good job, OG.
Mitchell Robinson checks in for the Knicks. Towns takes a seat. 12 points this quarter from Karl Anthony Towns. Anunoby knocks it down. Knicks up 61-60. Folks, we might hit 70 here. Might. Pacers will inbound. Halliburton will bring it up. Defended by Bridges. Halliburton down the lane. Halliburton looks. Floater. Now kicks out to Nembhard. Nembhard, 3-pointer. That's Josh Hart. He was way off ball there. That's fucking horrible defense from Hart.
Criminal. Absolutely criminal.
Brunson, left to right, goes back left. Brunson down the lane. Brunson versus Nesmith. Brunson takes it to the paint, scores and 1.
Oh my God, Brunson is cooking, baby.
Josh Hart, play some fucking defense. Too many times you just see him staring at the ball. See your ball, see your man. I just got to emphasize that. But Brunson fucking cooking. With Nesmith on the floor or with Nesmith off the floor, he's cooking. Brunson, 15 points and 4 assists in the half. And free throws good. Knicks up 64-63. Now Josh Hart, and only Josh Hart, fucking rotate, stay on your man, see ball, see man. Halliburton right of the screen, drives, looking. Bridges catches up, but he pulls up for 3. Shots no good. Brunson with a strong rebound. He got hit on the head there. Transition pass. Bridges fakes. Bridges turns, fires, and no good.
Why does Bridges do that? He runs away from the basket to get a shot off. Why can't he go towards the basket? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I completely agree. Halliburton hands to Siakam. Siakam hands to Nesmith. Nesmith down the lane inside. Shot is no good, but a foul on Mitch. You're absolutely right. If you're not going to take a shot at the rim, just wait for the offense because it was a 1-on-2 there. It was a 1-on-2.
To try and get his patented mid-range off mid-range fadeaway, but that's not a high percentage shot. It's not a high percentage shot, especially when there was a nice outlet pass. You got numbers in your favor. Just make the right play, but he doesn't. Drives me insane. I think he's been ass in this game.
You honestly, Donald, you could say for a giant part of the series.
Yes, I think he has too. He's really bad.
Nesmith knocked down the first.
He's still living off that great Celtics series that he had because he's getting away with murder in this series.
Everybody else, I think, had some good moments in this series, but not Bridges. Brunson with a screen from Robinson. Brunson down the lane, nearly hacked. Finds Anunoby. Anunoby, corner 3, no good. Taken by the Pacers. Halliburton near the logo. They're going to play the screen high. Looks, finds Nesmith. Nesmith down the lane. And they don't call an offensive foul, but he scores.
Fuck hell. Oh, is that not a foul?
Apparently not. Josh Hart will bring up the floor.
You go shove the ball right there. It was weird.
I agree.
Right, here we go.
Brunson, pull up 3, no good. Rebound taken by the Pacers.
Fuckness. Fuck.
Halliburton kicks. Nesmith wide open for 3, no good. Tip up. Rebound by Halliburton. And inside goes Bradley, scores.
Well, you did say 70. It's going to be damn, unfortunately. All right. Come on, Brunson. Just get a big bucket here.
Brunson defended by Nesmith. Anunoby sets the screen. Brunson still guarded by Nesmith. Drives down the lane. He's stripped. And no foul as we head to the end of the second quarter and halftime. 69-64. Doesn't look like they called it.
Well, we fell apart in that last minute.
Absolutely agree. Let's see. Luca, serious question. Would you rather do TV or radio play-by-play? You should be able to put this experience in your resume. You got the links to prove yourself.
Shaq just did.
What happened with Shaq?
Curls with a grown man. Did you see that?
I did not. I'm going to have to see that again.
Oh, my God. That was hilarious. I might rewind that and then video it and send it to you.
Yeah, you might have to.
That was, I honestly can't believe what I just witnessed.
Serious question. Let's see.
Right, here we go.
I mean, I'm actually preferably in the journalism aspect. I would not be opposed to either. I absolutely got the links to prove myself, and obviously I'm going to add that to I have my channel on the resume. But thank you, Sunil, for the praise in the comments. I appreciate it. But I wouldn't mind doing either. We got to go double bigs to start the third, ruin their tempo and muck this game up. I think we've went double bigs to start the quarters, but
that is insane. Holy shit! All right, I'm gonna. Bro, I'm gonna send that to you, bro.
Absolutely, but yeah, in terms of double bigs, I think you've seen some good, seen some bad from those lineups, but the Knicks' ball screen defense has not been good. They're not communicating. They're not rotating at times. Josh Hart's fucking ball watching. So, again, we're lucky to be down 5. And Bridges, for Christ's sake, is not even – I'm sorry, he's not even playable right now. Is it a stretch?
Yeah, he has been awful.
His shot's not falling. He missed a point-blank layup. He can't play defense. And he's taken – it's not that he's, taken, good shots. Some of these are bad, bad shots.
Unbelievably, you know what? As soon as we took off, took right out, our defense completely fell apart.
Yeah.
I have to say, I've not been impressed by Mitch.
Yeah, he's been a non-factor.
Complete non-factor. I've not been impressed by Hart. Hart started off great,
but he started turning over the ball, and he was not playing defense.
It's like as a half wore on, he lost his effectiveness, so he kind of struggled. Bridges was garbage. That's.
I wish OG was making some nice layups, but I wish he would hit those perimeter shots. And those corner shots, those are the best. Then that's what he's known for.
At least OG's been our most active defender in terms of starters. He has missed some important shots, but I think he's been kind of there. I've been okay with him.
Brunson's obviously cooking. Towns, in his own time was cooking.
Brunson and Towns were cooking for sure individually. Not as a unit, but definitely individually. Donald is brilliant. I think Shamet showed a lot in limited minutes. Quite liked his limited minutes. So the good news is, right?
Yeah.
We haven't played well defensively whatsoever. I would say none of our starters have played particularly well apart from Brunson and Cat offensively, certainly not defensively.
Yeah.
We're only down
5.
2 possessions, so that's a really good sign for me. Just cutting that shit up, play smarter, and we're right there.
And you know what the thing is as well? And I'm not playing Monday morning quarterback. It was simply an observation as I was going through the game and I was watching. The lineup that allowed the Pacers to go on that run was the original starting lineup. That allowed them to go on the run. So Tibbs has to shy away from that because the Knicks were within striking distance, but you saw just not good things happening. Turning over the ball, Josh Hart, not rotating defensively, Bridges getting cooked. So that's just
ironically. So the Pacers were at their best with their full starting lineup. We were at our best when we had our full bench.
That's ironic because Tibbs wasn't playing most of the bench for a majority of the postseason.
Right, but our bench was the reason why we took the lead. It was the rotation of Cat and Wright and Shamet and Deuce and OG. That was the reason why we actually took the lead.
Yeah. So I'm going to break into some of the halftime stats as we are currently there. We'll go first with the leading scorers. Leading scorer for the Knicks is Jalen Brunson, 16 points. OG Anunoby with 13. Karl-Anthony Towns with 14. Mikal Bridges only 6 points, 1 made three-pointer, but he's been a minus 10 from the floor. Jalen Brunson is actually a minus 13, but again, he's actually had more of a positive impact, so it's more of a visual thing regardless. In terms of bench, Josh Hart, 7 points. That's the good side, but the bad side is 4 turnovers. Inexcusable. Inexcusable. Miles McBride with 3 points with a 3-pointer made. DeLon Wright with 3 points with a 3-pointer of his own. Mitchell Robinson, from the starter's perspective, only 1 rebound, Donald. 1 rebound for Mitch.
He's just not at it.
I don't know what it is. Because that was, Donald, we were talking about, supposed to be a big advantage.
So many comments like Bridges needs to stop forcing the midi. Bridges having a horrific series. What does Bridges do? Bridges is elite, turning any advantage into a fadeaway jumper.
Exactly.
Like, it drives me insane. I don't know why, like, that is being allowed. If I was a coach, I'd be coaching that right out of him.
Like, go to the fucking basket.
Exactly. I'd be like, go to the fucking basket. If you get fouled, fucking knock down the free throws.
It wouldn't hurt.
No, I mean, the thing is, it's like the percentages are in your favor the closer you get to the basket. You know, the analytics nerds would fucking tell you that.
And you know what? Donald, you said it absolutely right. You know, the analytics, this is game of analytics. This is what the NBA has become. 3-pointers or drives to the rim are your most efficient shots.
Exactly. That's why Bridges is not, like, ideal, because he's not a – you know, he's not exactly a reliable 3-point shooter right now. He's lost his 3-point shot. He used to be. I don't know where it's gone. He used to be a spot-up 3-point shooter. It's not really been the case this year. And he doesn't attack the basket.
No. Whatsoever. He's an enigma.
Yeah, he certainly is. Because there are times where he shows he can do it.
And he has, like, you know, he could have the layup package if he wanted to.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's just like, it's not like he can't do it.
Donald, I hate to interrupt. I'm watching what you saw with the curls.
Isn't that insane?
Yes.
A grown man. And not exactly the lightest man either.
No.
He just did fucking curls like no problem. Dude, Shaq is a different fucking beast, bro. He is a different human.
But going back to Bridges, yeah, it's I like with these kind of performances. I'm kind of left with like no answers. Like, what do you do?
Exactly. I mean, to sum it up, it's not like he can't do those things.
He's just not doing them.
He's just not doing them, and he only does them in certain scenarios. Like, there's every chance that, like, because he does this, he'll be so bad, like, for the first 3 quarters, and you destroy him. You're like, what the fuck? This guy is useless. He does nothing right. And then in the fourth quarter, he will have a fucking otherworldly game in the fourth quarter, and you're like, shit, he can do it. It's he just chooses not to.
Right. Just want to get some more stats as well. Good news: Landry Shamet was a +7. DeLon Wright was a +8. So they're clearly doing their job. Indiana Pacers leading scorer obviously is Tyrese Halliburton. He was 1 rebound shy of a triple-double in the first half, believe it or not, which is insane. Regardless, 13 points from Siakam, 12 points from Nesmith, 5 and 3 from Turner and Nembhard, respectively. Bench has been scattered. Benedict Mathurin with 8 points. Ben Shepherd 2, T.J. McConnell 2, Obi Toppin 2, and Tony Bradley 2 as well. But breaking into the team stats, the Knicks are shooting 52.4% from the field. Pacers 55.6%. The Pacers are shooting 50% from 3 exactly, 8-16. Knicks are shooting 7-17 from 3. That's 41%. Knicks missed 1 free throw, 92% at the line. Pacers have made all their 11 free throws, 100%. Jesus. Knicks are out-rebounding them by 4, 20 rebounds to 16. They have more offensive and defensive rebounds. Assists, the Pacers have 17, the Knicks have 9.
Fuck me. Double
assists. 6 steals for the Pacers, 4 for the Knicks. 2 blocks for the Knicks, 1 for the Pacers. Total turnovers, 9 for the Knicks, which Josh Hart was responsible for about 4 of them.
Oh, my God.
Pacers have 5. Fast break points, Pacers 17, Knicks 2. Points to the paint, 28-24 in favor of the Pacers. 12 fouls for the Pacers, 9 for the Knicks. And largest lead for the Pacers has been 10. Knicks' largest lead has been 2. Give me 1 second. Just take a quick bathroom break, grab another water. Donald, if you want to tend to the comments or offer your thoughts, please.
So, like,
The good news is the Pacers are 50% from the field, 50% from three, 100% from the free throw line, and the Knicks are only down 5. That's the good news. Because when you look at those stats, you'd figure that we'd be way behind. But we've held up our own too. We're shooting a high percentage from the field. If you're shooting over 40% from three, that's pretty solid. Free throw shooting has been good. So, offensively, I can't really complain. But it's really about the defense, and it's always going to be the case with this Knicks team because we know the Knicks are going to score. The Knicks can score. Knicks can score, no problem. It's about the defense. So we really need Mitchell Robinson to start getting involved in this game. Josh Hart has to be better. We know this. Bridges has just been awful. I don't even know where to start with him. But it's not like, as we've already argued before, it's not like he can't do it. So maybe he'll show up in the second half. So let's have a look and see what y'all have got to say in the chat. Max C, do you think we go double bigs and try DeLon Wright and find a way to bench Bridges in favor of who? Because Bridges in the series at least has been a complete liability. You're completely right. Bridges has been a complete liability. You're absolutely right. Should we go DeLon Wright? Yes, we should. Bench Bridges, I would, but the thing is, Tibbs never will because Bridges kind of gets away with murder, dude. He always plays like 40, 45 minutes every single game.
What I also didn't get, I may add as well, is despite all the turnovers, and this talks about like accountability and shit like that, Josh Hart played 20 minutes despite 4 turnovers, and they were all killer.
That's the thing. It's just like he's coming off the bench, but he's still getting 20 minutes.
And you know what, Donald?
24? 20 out of 24?
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing coming off the bench, especially when you're given really nothing. Like, he started great, but when things started to go wrong, he really should have been benched.
Exactly.
But, it's a tough one with Hart because I don't want to overly criticize him because he's, no pun intended, he's kind of the beating heart of this team.
No, he is. I'm not going to disagree with that, but he's got to make some decisions.
You certainly know that when needed, he will do whatever it takes to win. Dude, he would give up a fucking foot if it meant that we'd win a game. Like, that's just how the player that he is, and you need that in your team. It's just balancing it out with the rashness that he's got. He's got this kind of rash side to him where he'll maybe overcommit.
Yeah, he's the epitome of the typical Tibbs player, or I should say Tibbs player, where he plays hard but not smart.
Yeah, sometimes not smart. Yeah, at times smart, but mostly just hard.
And listen, you love that, but the Knicks were not great in transition so far because they only got 2 points to show for it in transition points. Not good.
How would you argue Bridges plays? Because he neither plays hard nor smart.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Donald. I don't understand that either.
He is an enigma, bro. He is an enigma.
Oh, 100%. The way he plays based off of, his finesse, if you call it.
Yeah.
And just like, does he play hard or smart? He doesn't really play either. It's comically bad how bad he's been playing.
Exactly, but then you see what he did against the Celtics, where he's making freaking incredible defensive stops. I guess you just hope that when he wants to show up, he'll show up. But I don't know. He's a weird one.
I agree. And you know what, Donald? I'm going to refer back to the old quote, the game tells you what to do. Well, the game right now is telling you put Bridges and Hart on a minutes restriction.
Yeah, I think it would do them both the world of good.
You have him fresh for the second half. I mean, obviously, but still.
I think that might be a case, bro. You know what? I think it's a case that we're actually possibly just overusing the two of them.
That could be a case. Listen, I'm not disagreeing. And Donald, that's the perfect time where you use DeLon Wright, Deuce McBride to your advantage.
Yeah. Like, as you say, just to use Tibbs' quote against them, the game tells you what to do. Well, the game will tell Tibbs how to coach.
Yeah.
If you see Josh Hart doing a stupid turnover or not rotating, that's a good opportunity to set him for a minute or two.
Siakam knocks down the jump shot first out of the half.
You know, like those are the kind of things. And Bridges, when it's pretty obvious that he's shying away from contact, nothing wrong with sitting him for a minute or two.
Brunson guarded by Nesmith, jab step goes right, and pass is stolen. That's a terrible pass. And this is going to be a wide open dunk for Siakam.
Oh, God. What an awful way to start the third quarter. What the fuck were they being... What the fuck was the message at halftime?
Bridges looking for a man. Nobody's getting open.
What are you doing, Bridges? Go fuck yourself!
Bridges is so bad. Nembhard inside. He's not fouled. Rebound taken. And Bridges lost that out of bounds. So, sit him. Take a seat.
Dude, you freaking clown. For those that didn't watch, Bridges, at half court, dribbled the air out of the ball until there was 10 seconds left on the clock at mid-court, and then tried a lazy pass that easily got stolen within about, 6 inches of him?
Yeah. Brunson will bring it up off the rebound. Brunson looking for a man. Directing traffic. Look, finds Towns. Towns defended by Siakam. Towns drives down the lane. Towns inside. Shots no good. Rebounded by the Pacers.
Call a timeout.
Nembhard walks into an open three. No good. Rebound Towns.
Call a timeout.
Bridges one-on-one. Backing down Halliburton. I swear to God, Bridges. I swear to God. He turns. He fires. He misses. Tip up. No good. And taken by the Pacers.
Call a time. Why are you not calling a freaking timeout? These guys look like they're asleep.
Halliburton screen. He steps back. He takes a three-pointer. He misses. And tip rebounded by the Knicks.
Bro, come out like were we guys like? Did we guys start like taking like Ritalin at halftime? What's wrong? Why are they all playing like they're asleep?
Brunson down the lane. Nope.
Oh. Dude, what happened at halftime?
Nembhard looks, finds Siakam. Siakam switched on to Brunson. Siakam down the lane. Turner could not be more wide open, and he knocks down the three.
Oh, timeout!
He could have called one like 3 minutes ago.
I know, I've been screaming it. Now you call a fucking timeout.
Donald, that's not reactive. No, that's
just bad coaching. Because I've been screaming it for about a minute and a half. These guys look like they're asleep.
That's not proactive. That's reactive. Worse than reactive.
It's lazy. Why did he need to wait another 2 minutes to go down 12 when it was obvious that these guys came out with the wrong energy? They were missing assignments. They weren't even bothering to run an offense. Bridges is just lazily chucking up passes left, right, and center. Terrible shots, doing everything wrong, not playing as a team. All this was evident as soon as the quarter started. I mean, they got a basket before the freaking third quarter even got started. Like, why you... What? That's valuable time that you just wasted that you could have fixed. Annoying. Anyway, sorry, I'm ranting here. But.
No, listen, you're right. You're right. Lack of adjustments, basically you unadjusted. Bridges and Hart were terrible. I mean, Hart wasn't out on the floor, but make a substitution just to send a fucking message. But again, we're saying this, we're preaching to the choir, but we all know Tibbs is not going to do that. And that's why, I'm sorry, I'm going to bring it up again. Tibbs' job should be on the spot.
Well, but I think it is, bro. That's why he made that change. He knows his coaching job is on the line, bro. If we go out badly in this series, he's gone.
He should be gone.
Now, I don't know whether that big win on the road has saved him, but I think he's coaching for his job.
Like, Donald, I'm telling you, that's not like some sort of complex decision you have to make. You just say, okay, Deuce, you're starting in the half. It's not a complex decision. That's not brain surgery.
Exactly.
But they're making everything so easy feel so hard.
Now, obviously, there is an issue here that it's hard. This lineup just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Cat is such a bad defender. Brunson's such a bad defender. And if Bridges is playing like shit, that's 3 bad defenders. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's when it starts to get fucking dodgy.
It makes it easier for the offense to attack the defense. They're like, okay, attack this guy, run ball screens with this guy.
Yep. What an awful way to start the third quarter. I don't know what the message was at halftime because it's all wrong.
Couldn't agree more. Like Bridges, I just don't like his energy.
Yes, it's a negative energy, bro.
I wouldn't even say negative. I would say it's like nonchalant.
Yeah. Lack of intensity.
Here we go. And
he's still there. I mean, honestly.
This is so fireable. This is so fireable.
None.
This is so fireable.
It's the same lineup.
Yep. Bridges drives down the lane and scores. That's probably the second layup he's taken all game. This is Nesmith down the lane. Shots blocked, but a foul.
How could the same lineup be on the floor? That's insane.
Apparently the game told him to do that, Donald.
But he always does that, bro. Every time he calls a timeout, it's the same lineup. He does this so often, it doesn't make any sense.
Aaron Nesmith at the free throw line for 2. His first free throw is up, and it goes in. Should not be down 12. Should not be down 12. And he knocks down the second. It's literally if we'll be like, oh, we're just fans, we're calling it, but like this is live action, dude. This is literally live action.
This is Bridges, the playoff. Every possession counts.
Bridges looks, finds Towns, Towns fakes, drives to the rim and throws it down.
First time that he's been involved in this third quarter.
Siakam defended by Towns. Siakam trying to take him off the dribble. Siakam hands to Halliburton. Halliburton down the lane. Kicks out to Turner. Turner jab steps. Kicks out to Nesmith, and he was out of bounds.
Nice recovery by Mitch. Cat has to make this shit happen himself because nobody feeds him the fucking ball.
No. Here comes Bridges bringing it up. Bridges finds Robinson. Robinson looking for a handoff. He's still looking. Finds OG. OG.
He's opening up the key.
Pulls up 3-pointer. No good. And rebound. Robinson puts it up and he is fouled.
There was an easier shot, OG. You should have passed the Cat at the top of the key.
Do they not like Cat or some shit?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what? They don't feed him the ball.
See, the goal, like, I'm trying not to compare offenses, but it's hard not to. The goal of like a Steve Kerr offense is like you're sacrificing good shots for greater shots. The Knicks don't do that. They sacrifice good shots for even worse shots.
Right.
Everything seems so hard. Robinson at the free throw line. He knocks down the first.
That's a nice fucking free throw. Perfect.
Tony Bradley checks in. Miles Turner checks out. I want to say Turner might be in some sort of foul trouble.
Rick Carlisle offense, man, they always find open shots. It's no problem.
And they attack mismatches properly.
Absolutely.
How about that? He sinks both.
Hi there. Let's go.
Halliburton will bring it up the floor. Halliburton over 2 screens, drives down the lane, passes deflected out of bounds.
Nick ball.
It'll be Pacers ball.
Not sure about
that. Halliburton looking to inbound. Still looking. Finds Nesmith. No. Brunson fell down as Nesmith scores.
Good God. I mean, that's shit. All right, come on, guys. Run an offense.
Anunoby jab steps, drives on Nembhard. Anunoby fakes, gets inside. No good. Robinson fights for the rebound. He gets it, kicks out to Towns. Towns defended by Siakam. Anunoby with the screen, drives left. Towns trying to back him down. Towns looks, fires, and no good. Rebounds Robinson. He puts it in.
Too much ISO, man. I mean, thank God for Mitch, but that's far too much ISO, bro. It's just ISO.
Siakam trying to take it to Towns. Siakam at the Pacers logo. Drives down the lane. Siakam pulls, fires, and scores.
Fuck. That was nice. There's far too much ISO going on. We really need to start running an offense. Move the ball. Pass.
Brunson off a screen.
Pass it, Bridges. There you go.
Hands to Towns. Towns defended by Siakam. Bridges sets a screen. They should have Bridges roll to the rack. They're not going to do that. Towns down the lane, inside, no good. And Robinson takes the rebound. Back out to Towns. Towns pulls up. Oof, that was a horrible shot.
It's terrible. It's all ISO. We're not moving the ball. We're not moving the fucking ball.
Siakam in transition, turns, fires, no good. Robinson corrals the rebound. The Knicks now, and that, oh my God, they could not corral a rebound. Halliburton misses the 3, rebound Towns. Brunson stops, looks for a man.
ISO shit. Move the ball.
Brunson down the lane, feeds Towns. Towns defended by Nesmith, jab steps, drives down the lane. Towns is clearly fouled. And it's an and one.
That's an insane shot. That's an insane shot. Cat's bag is ridiculous, bro.
Like this slow pace, they only run one action, dude.
It's embarrassing. But the thing is, like, how did they beat the Celtics in Game 6? They moved the freaking ball. So they can do it.
Towns moves like a brick shithouse.
It's just 99% of the time they don't do it. They can move the ball.
Let me tell you this. They play how they want to play. They don't play what's efficient.
They could easily, I wouldn't say easy, but they could easily do this, man. They could win this series. It's just got to be more fundamentally sound.
Halliburton off a screen, drives to the middle. Now he stops, retreats. Siakam sends a screen, drives to the middle. Halliburton kicks out to Siakam. Siakam, pull up, mid-range jumper, no good. How does Mitch let Bradley get that rebound? Halliburton down the lane, layup, no good. And a foul?
Oops. Interesting call. I'm not seeing the Knicks complain, to be fair. Maybe it was.
How does Mitch let Bradley get that rebound?
Yeah, that's not good.
Free throw is good, is first. Here we go. Josh Hart checks in.
Who for?
I'm gonna find out in just a second. It was for Mitch. So Bridges is still in there despite doing fuck all.
That's bizarre, man. Mitch was actually doing really well in this quarter.
Brunson to Bridges. I'm sorry, Bridges to Brunson. Brunson with the screen from Cat goes left. Brunson drives down the lane. Brunson is clearly hacked. He is fouled over the line for two.
Bridges was getting all the. I'm sorry, Mitch was getting all the second chance opportunities.
He had at least 3, Donald. At least 3.
Right, and then now you take him out. Why?
And it's Donald. I'm gonna say it again. It's that lineup that sent the Pacers on a run towards the end of the second quarter. Like, this is literally defying all sorts of logic.
It annoys me, man. Just does he? Why is he so hard and fast, locked into like minutes that are pre-designed?
It's a dude. We joke about it, but I feel like it's so serious. I think the dude has a fucking time card.
He does.
I'm not fucking around.
Because it's quite obvious that Bridges is not at it, like at all. And you'd probably want to take him out.
Brunson's second free throw is good.
But anyway, we're only down 6 somehow.
Halliburton across a couple screens, fakes, looks, Turner inside. Nice layup there.
Right, come on. I just want to see an action, please.
More than one, you could realistically say. Brunson across a couple screens, drives down the lane. Brunson spins. Brunson is stripped and out of bounds. It'll be Pacers ball.
Did I get an action? No, I didn't. I got a 0 action. That's just freaking great. They don't run an offense. I've never seen a team this good run no offense.
That was off Turner's knee. And he said fuck, too, so Tibbs should challenge that. They will. But still, that does not justify the fucking result that just happened.
It was a terrible possession, and I'm sorry, Brunson. You gotta own it, man. It's just ISO ball all the fucking time. It drives me insane. The thing is, we've actually seen it in this series.
Yeah.
When they run multiple actions, things actually kind of work out in their favor. We've seen alley-oops to Mitch worked out well. Backdoor cut to Bridges after the timeout. So when they do run actions, successful results tend to happen because the Pacers aren't really playing any defense. But we're kind of playing into their hands because it's just ISO. We have no idea how to get Towns the ball in position to succeed. Brunson doesn't really run an offense. He just tries to do it all himself. I don't know, man. This is a very good team. We're a really good team.
No, I know we are.
For whatever reason, we just make life more difficult for ourselves than they need to be.
I've been saying that. And the thing is, like, the coach enabled this. The point guard also enables this. I mean, we got to call what's fair is fair.
Absolutely. I mean, I got this guy's jersey. I'm obsessed with this guy, but he's not a point guard. He doesn't. Well, certainly not a playmaking point guard.
He's a score first, obviously.
Yeah.
But somebody said on Twitter, and it's a great point, the whole point of benching Josh Hart's not to swap him for Mitch and reassemble the original starting 5. I mean, that's what Tibbs just did with that substitution defies all fucking logic.
You're right. That's a great point. The exact lineup that's not working, he's just gone to. Why is it going to magically work now?
By the way, when Brunson fell down, Nesmith kind of pushed off like he was going to catch go for a ball as a receiver. He kind of went like this, but it's whatever.
How do you think this game's been called so far?
I guess you could say evenly. Honestly, I haven't had a ton of issues.
I agree. I thought the last game was really dodgy.
Oh, that was horrible.
And we survived it, so it's great. But this has actually been a very evenly called game. We're getting to the line, and so were they. So I can't argue. This has actually probably been the best called game so far in terms of the rest.
Like, why isn't Deuce on the floor?
Yeah, what's going on with that?
Time
Why
card.
is Bridges getting so many minutes? He's been really bad.
Yeah, that was off Halliburton's either his elbow or Turner's knee. A successful challenge. The Knicks win the challenge, so they will get the ball back.
Well, obviously.
Now, Donald, will they run action?
Yeah, please. Please.
Oh, look, I called it. I said, Deuce, get out on the floor. He gets on the floor.
Better late than never.
As he'll be the one to inbound. I'm just curious who they substitute out. Josh Hart is still in.
Bridges is still in.
So they subbed out OG?
Yeah, Bridges gets to play 48 minutes. I've never seen anything quite like it.
Well, Brunson's actually getting free throws. He knocks down the first. I'm surprised they even called a foul. But I originally thought it was going to be Knicks' ball off the inbound, but I'll shut up. But
Tim's obsession with Bridges needs to be fucking studied.
Dude, we've seen him, just in general, we've seen him close games without Bridges in the lineup. Brunson misses the second. Here comes Halliburton speeding up the court. Knicks play the high screen. Halliburton drives in the paint. Halliburton kicks out to Toppin. Shepard open the perimeter. No good. Rebound Bridges.
Let's go. Push.
Brunson in transition. Backing him down. Drives down the lane. Brunson spin. Fires. Hits.
Good old ISO ball.
Nembhard versus McBride. Nembhard stops. Feeds to Turner. Turner hands to Halliburton. Halliburton. Knicks play the screen high. Cat now and drop. Halliburton pull up mid-range jumper. It goes.
Bridges got sent. Fucking.
He's getting cooked.
He's getting cooked, bro. He got lost on the screen right there.
Brunson drives down the lane. Brunson shots. They're not going to call the shot, but they're just going to say it's a foul.
That's insane. I think that should be an and one.
Bridges is like, wait for me.
Bridges getting cooked or something bad.
It's almost like you put in DeLon Wright in now. You have Deuce McBride.
What's the downside? It's not like Bridges is giving you any offense whatsoever. You might as well go get some defense on the court.
And DeLon Wright was, what, a +8 at the half? Brunson knocks down his first free throw.
The thing is with Bridges is just because he's happy to play 48 minutes doesn't mean he should.
Exactly. And I didn't see any subs for the Knicks after the first free throw, so we're sticking to what's not working. Anyways, Brunson knocks down the second. We're playing with three arms behind our back, if possible.
Yeah, we're only down 5 on the road, which shows me that we should be winning.
Halliburton drives on Hart. Halliburton stops, hands to Turner. Turner looking, drives down the lane. Turner trying to back him down. Nice spin move inside and scores.
Town got cooked right there.
Brunson defended by Nesmith. Brunson across the screen, drives down the lane. Brunson is fouled. He'll go to the line for 2.
Got lucky there, man, because that was a little out of control.
I'll be honest, that was kind of clean, that strip. I could be wrong, though.
He was also out of control. His head wasn't up.
I just don't understand why, as you were saying, the Knicks are not running an offense. It's Brunson. Okay, I'm just going to go to the rack and get lucky.
Possibly. I mean, it's working, but I don't know, man. It's not sustainable. They need to run an offense.
Get fucking Deuce McBride involved. Get Cat involved. Brunson knocks down the first. I'm gonna be genius here, Donald. I'm gonna say there's no substitutions.
Let's see. I think you might be right. Damn, Bridges needs to be better, man.
He needs to stay out of the fucking game. Brunson knocks down the free throw.
25 already. He's doing everything he can offensively.
McConnell defended by Brunson. Topping with a screen. They're in drop. McConnell drives down the lane on Brunson. McConnell retreats out of the paint, gives it back to Halliburton, defended by Bridges. Now they play the screen high. Halliburton drives on Bridges. Halliburton, a couple of dribbles, pulls up, jumper, no good. Rebound, Karl-Anthony Towns.
Bridges got lucky. Bridges got lucky there, bro.
Brunson, McBride finds Bridges. Oh, God. Bridges going to back down Halliburton. Bridges backing him down. Bridges finds Hart. Hart looks, kicks out to Brunson, and he was out of bounds, Hart.
Oh, man. I was like, oh, my God, we made a pass.
He's still gonna play him, though. Still going to play him. Fucking
the one time that we made a pass, he was out of bounds.
Fucking stupid coach. Halliburton off the screen, drives down the lane, basically open paint and scores.
This is a joke, guys. Come on. I haven't seen us really make a good defensive stop.
Brunson's doubled and
the ball in this third quarter.
And timeout was called by the Pacers.
We're only down 7, though. That's the thing.
Feels like 27.
Yeah, the Knicks are doing everything wrong. They're not running an offense. They're not passing the ball.
You saw that, dude. The fucking Pacers were doubling easily. Okay, it's Brunson down the lane. All right, we'll just double.
They're playing out of control. They're not passing the ball under any circumstances. They've not made a stop, yet we're only down 3 possessions.
They're not getting others involved.
Not at all.
It's not enjoyable.
It's not. It also is not sustainable. Because if this is what it's going to be like in the third quarter, just imagine what it's going to be like down the stretch in the fourth quarter. It's going to be even more isocentric, and it's going to allow the Pacers to collapse defenders onto Brunson in the paint, and it's going to lead to turnovers and sloppy possessions. So we need to fucking fix that now. Like, Thibodeau needs to be foreseeing this, because I can fucking foresee it.
You know, substitutions are possible, Donald.
Yeah, definitely. I'd be, for me, this is like disgraceful third quarter.
Oh, it is.
But the good news is we're only down 7. Like we've done everything wrong, done nothing good. It's been a horrible quarter, but we're only down 7. It says to me that if we can fix these issues, we win this game.
But it's like rocket science to fix these issues. It just seems like it.
It shouldn't be, though, because it's just basically rotate, be aggressive.
Run an offense.
And run an offense. Just pass the ball a little bit. And you're going to get every shot you want. So.
Oh, look, no substitutions.
Oh, look at that. They didn't even communicate. Why are you not communicating? What what did they do in the court? What did they do in timeouts?
That timeout was completely pointless.
What do they do in timeouts, bro? What does Thibodeau tell them at the timeouts?
Brunson down the lane, looks, finds McBride. McBride defended by McConnell, 7 to shoot. Deuce McBride retreating, 4 to shoot. He's not going to get a great shot. Finds Towns. Towns down the lane, inside. He's clearly fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Towns saves the day there, bro. He bailed us out.
That's Josh. There you go. That's Josh and McHale, the 2 fucking culprits.
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It's literally in front of our eyes, blatantly obvious who's losing us this fucking game. It's blatantly obvious. I don't know how he doesn't fucking see this, and they're going to a challenge, I think, just to see if he got the shot off in time. Or if there was a foul.
Oh, he didn't get the shot off in time.
But was he fouled? You know, will they call the foul? Still, that's again, the Knicks do not generate easy shots.
I'm going to say that they're probably going to overturn that.
Was he hit on the hand? Yes, but shot didn't go up.
He had a lot of ball at first before fouling him.
Again, the Knicks do not create easy shots. Never.
It's just ISO ball, bro.
And this is same fucking guys out there. Same fucking guys. Same fucking guys out there, dude.
Oh, good. We got a bailout call. Good job.
Towns at the line for 2.
It's a good point. Pacers are in foul trouble.
Towns at the line. His first one does not make it.
We're still in good shape, though. We just need to get...
All it takes is substitutions and a run. That's all. But our margin for error is so slim right now.
It doesn't even require a big run. It just means a couple stops, 1 or 2 baskets, and we're, within 3 points, and we've got the momentum. It's just we need to play smarter.
McConnell will bring it up. McConnell defended by Bridges. McConnell hands off in the mid-range. Hands to top and back to Turner. Halliburton down the lane. Halliburton kicks out to Turner. Back out to Nesmith. Great ball movement. 3-pointers up. 3-pointer no good. Rebound Josh Hart. Knicks looking to push.
Okay, we got to stop.
Hart hands to Towns. Towns drives down the lane. Stops for a second. Now returns. Towns and scores. That's impressive.
That is insane. I've been impressed with Towns.
Nesmith.
Hey!
Puts him with a deflection and a steal. Here come the Knicks.
That's ballsy from Brunson. That's great.
Hart will slow it down just to get Brunson into the half court. Towns has it. Deuce comes with a screen. Towns stops.
Oh, what a feed!
Deuce feed. Oh, he stole it.
Deuce.
McConnell defended by Bridges. Toppin sets a screen. McConnell hands. Turner 3-pointers up. 3-pointer no good. Rebound taken and a loose ball foul against the Knicks. 2 fucking bozos right under the basket. They're literally costing you the game, and you're doing nothing. Yep. Arm was hooked for about a second. Inbound, and inside goes Matherin. He scores and 1.
Pathetic.
Hey, guys, Tibbs is still going to roll with this lineup. Dude, you can fucking grimace all you want, bro.
Pathetic. Yeah, that just annoys me. He just like grimaces and shakes his head. Like, you're in control of this. You can fix this.
And free throw's good for Matherin. It's a now 9-point deficit.
You can fix this.
Brunson will bring it up. Brunson is tripped by Matherin. It's fucking bullshit. Just Tibbs is being outcoached. Couldn't be more obvious. Could not be more obvious.
Right.
Literally the most minuscule of decisions he's not making. When I talk about little things, it expands beyond the players. But for some reason, he has some stupid fucking lineup card. And Brunson knocks down the first.
Oh, now you decide to put Mitch back in the game.
Well, it's at the expense of Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, the one guy that was actually doing something in this fucking...
Hart and Bridges still in.
Yeah. The antithesis to fucking smart basketball.
It's dumbass basketball, if anything.
The reason why we're not getting blown out right now is Brunson ISO and Cat ISO. Because
you're telling me it's just individual talent which has carried the Knicks all year.
Right. No coaching, no offense. And the defense has been brutal.
Yeah. Halliburton brings it up, goes left, finds Matherin. Now they run a screen. Mathurin looks, hands to Toppin. Toppin looks. McConnell in the corner finds Toppin. Back out to Halliburton. Halliburton pull up three.
Why did you sag off Halliburton? Come on, Brunson.
89-99. Somebody just got knocked down in the half court.
Halliburton.
Hart looks. Hart still looking. What is this? Hands to Brunson. Brunson versus Mathurin. Brunson spins, drives, and finishes.
That's an insane fucking finish. He's so
really
good
relying off individual talent.
So good offensively, but
Halliburton down the lane, looks, kicks out to Toppin. Now back to Halliburton. Halliburton has made Bridges his fucking bitch.
Oh, he's cooked him again.
Step back three, no good. Rebound taken, and a loose ball foul on the floor. Pacers will go to the line for 2.
Dude, why did Brunson run away from Halliburton at the top of the key? Like, he sagged off him. And
he took a few steps.
Yeah, and that's all he needed.
Bro, Mathurin tackled him. That should be a fucking foul against them, but no. But you're right.
It was costly because it was actually a really good possession defensively. We were doing our jobs, and then I don't know, Brunson went walkabout.
He took a costly 2 steps towards the fucking paint.
I don't know why he thought that he was going to drive to the basket. It was obvious he was going to try and shoot for 3.
Brunson, I think, is chirping Mathurin, if I'm not mistaken. Mathurin knocks down the second. Still same lineup, folks.
ISO ball by any chance?
Oh, I'll bet like $100 on that. Brunson against Shepard. Brunson backing him down with 10 to shoot. Brunson looking to dish. Finds Hart. Back out to Deuce. Fake Deuce 3-pointer. No good. Rebound tipped. Towns takes it and a foul against the Knicks.
Fuck off. The one time we actually run an offense, we actually got a clean look. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
we make 2 passes and we get an all-day look. We missed it, but it was a much better look. That was great. You got to hit that. That's on him.
That's a fucking terrible call.
Yeah, that's a crazy call, to be fair. Crazy call. But
we're not going to change the lineups, Donald, as of right now.
It's costly being down. Well, missed the first one. That's good.
Donald, we shouldn't be down 10. If we had better coach who actually made adjustments in game, we wouldn't be down 10.
Yeah, he's.
Bradley knocks down the second. Knicks down 11.
Down 11. Fuck. It's not good.
Hart looks. Looking. Has to inbound it. Fires to McBride. McBride at the horn. No good. Knicks down 11.
That's going to take another massive fucking comeback.
That you could thank the fucking coach for that.
Yeah, there's no reason why we should be down 11. The Pacers actually haven't done anything that particularly good in this third quarter. We were just asleep to start. We gave them like 6 points just by being freaking asleep to start with. I don't know what the hell was going on in the first 3 minutes of the quarter. And then the rest of the quarter was just isolated. And we weren't rotating. We weren't communicating on switches. And basically everything that was like against the fundamentals of basketball, we did in that third quarter, and we're only down 11. So I don't know which way to look at it. We should be ahead, or I wouldn't know about ahead, but we should be
close.
Close. We should be within a possession or two. I think the Pacers have been better, but we've been right there. But we shouldn't be down 11. It's not been an 11-point game.
Fucking bullshit.
It's frustrating. It's been a badly coached game from Tibbs.
And it's not like it's just a miracle thing. It's not like the Pacers are having some sort of shooting massacre. I mean, they're making their shots, but you know what? They're creating easy shots as much as possible. The Knicks, not only from schematics are making their offense more difficult, defense difficult as well, but just like the coaching little tactics are just making it harder. Like, they don't have to be down 11 right now. They don't.
No. Well, we can't keep coming back from double digits. We do, but we can't keep doing it. It's not a sustainable way.
No. It's like he's unadjusting or making no adjustments at all. Like he took out Mitch for the expense of Towns, not Josh Hart, not Mikal Bridges.
Right, and we called it at the time. That's a mistake because that guy was getting because we were running an offense, so we were missing every shot. But Mitch was getting the rebound, offensive boards, so we were getting second chance opportunities, and he was knocking them away. We're still in the game. Takes him out, and then all our offensive rebounds disappeared. Oh, imagine that. Sake. It's ridiculous. I'm going to get some water.
Go right ahead.
Jesus God, it's so frustrating. Fucking coach a game, goddammit.
Well, he can't coach because he's fucking old and dusty. At this point, as I said, after game 2, which another game he was badly outcoached in, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And that is quite evident with Tibbs, who is stubborn, but for the wrong reasons. Well, you're stubborn mainly for the wrong reasons because you're sticking with players who are just not even close to effective. Josh Hart's not been effective. I would say Mikal Bridges has not been effective. OG's been sitting for a while for whatever reason.
What's going on with OG?
It's ridiculous, and it's literally all fixable. But Tibbs just doesn't want to do it, and it might cost him, and I think it should.
OG's had a much better game than Bridges.
Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. You don't got to tell me that. OG actually knows how to go downhill and go down the lane.
And Bridges is...
He's still fucking playing this Josh Hart.
Tell me he's not.
Josh Hart's in the corner right now, dude. This is fucking worst coaching as it gets. Anunoby pulled back jumper. Got it.
Imagine that.
This dude is still fucking playing. McConnell drives a McBride. McConnell down the lane. Pull up jumper. Got it.
At least Bridges is not on the floor.
McBride will bring it up. Defended by McConnell. Hands to Shamet. Shamet looking for a man to dish.
Where's DeLon Wright?
Good question. Shamet goes left. Shamet to Anunoby. Anunoby jab step. 1-on-1. 5 to shoot. Drives down the lane. Anunoby fakes. Pull up inside. Air ball. And it's going to be Pacer ball.
That was so goofy from Cat. The ball goes near him. He's like, fuck.
He wasn't going to get a shot off. McConnell drives a McBride. Down the lane. Looks, finds Turner. Back out to Siakam. Siakam on Anunoby. Drives down the lane. Pumps. Fires. No good. Tip up. Rebound. Taken. And this is going to be a foul against the Knicks. Oh, look, it's a foul on Josh Hart. Oh, look at this shit. There's Josh again. Another fucking miscommunication. Dude, I'm literally calling this as we're speaking it. This is not fair. This is not fair. Shamet, 3, good.
I want to know, DeLon Wright was having a great first quarter.
As he's actually about to sub in. Matherin hands to Siakam. Siakam inside. Shot is good.
It's taken too long to get him back in the game. I don't get it.
McBride one-on-one hands to Shamet. Shamet one-on-one dribbling, looking for a man to dish. Shamet still dribbling, drives down the lane. Shamet inside, no good. Rebound
Dude,
Pacers.
it's all ISO. This is insane.
Siakam corner 3, it's good.
We're
Timeout.
getting Shamet ISO. What are we doing? We're getting OG ISO. We're getting ISO. Every possession is ISO. This is not how you play fucking modern basketball. Oh, it's insane. It's driving me insane, bro.
I don't blame you.
This is so fixable. Why is Shamet going ISO? Am I insane? Like, why am I saying this stuff into an empty vacuum? How is it possible that that's okay? I don't know.
Coach is allowing this. I'm just going to say that. Not to take away from the players because they've been fucking bad.
Why did they move the ball so effectively against the Celtics in Game 6 and they've never moved the ball since?
I said it earlier, Donald. I said they play how they want to play, not how they should play.
Yeah. Like, sometimes they do it, and it's great. Sometimes they'll do it for 5-6 minutes, but they don't do it consistently. Just like they don't play defense consistently. For 5 or 6 minutes in a stretch, they look like the best defensive team in the league. But then other moments, they play like the worst defensive team in the league. As you say, they kind of do it when they want to.
Hart's been ass juice, Bridges been ass juice, but we're not down 15 if these adjustments are made. It's so simple.
Right.
I'm going to keep preaching it because you're constantly giving yourselves very small margins for error.
But maybe I'm being overly optimistic, but maybe this is a good sign. The fact is, this is also easily fixable.
It is.
You know, couple of rotations, a bit more effort, and moving the ball. You do that, we could win back at the Garden, make it 3-2 series, and then we're armed with the knowledge of how to beat them in Indiana, having already done it 2 days before today. And they could tie the series, then try and win it at the Garden. I mean, it can be done.
This shit is so... It's not the first time that Tibbs has given Josh Hart a long leash. He's been insanely doing this all season long. How the fuck are we getting cooked by Benedict Mathurin? All right, 9:52 to play. And Josh Hart's still in there.
I don't understand.
Shamet gets the handoff, fires to Towns. Towns stops, and he is fouled. As it will be a blocking foul.
This has been a really ugly second half. The first half was fun. That was great basketball. But this has been god-awful.
Shamet finds Towns. Towns looking for a man. Drives down the lane, and shot is blocked. Hart takes it. Hart looks. Finds Anunoby, 5 to shoot. Anunoby drives. Pulls a step back. High arcing 3. How did he knock that down?
That's amazing. We've got the talent, bro. We're incredibly. I mean, it's an awful possession, but he's got the talent.
Siakam off the handoff. McConnell, 1-on-1. Screen from Siakam. Switched on Anunoby. Anunoby nearly stripped him, and a travel is called on McConnell.
All right, OG.
Donald, imagine if we had him earlier.
Yeah, why did he sit the entire... I don't get it. I don't know. Tibbs has been a horrible, horrible coach in this series. It's one of the worst coach series I've seen.
Oh, absolutely. Right hands off to Anunoby. Anunoby hands off to Shamet. They're trying to get Towns free. Shamet looks, finds Hart. Hart 8 to shoot. And there's a battle, and they're going to call offensive foul on Towns.
Oh, of course you fucking do. Of course you fucking do.
Dude, how can he create space off of that? Lily Turner told him to call it an offensive foul.
I mean, Kat was kind of hooking him. He did have his arm, hooked.
McConnell drives down the lane, kicks, passes deflected and stolen. Anunoby with the steal.
OG's been really active.
Right, slowing it down. Trying to find a mismatch. He finds Anunoby. They double him. Anunoby inside. Kicks out to Hart. Back to Shamet. Three-pointer's up. Three-pointer no good. Anunoby flies in for the rebound. No foul there. Towns puts it up. No good. Taken by the Pacers.
How did Kat miss that?
Matherin. Stolen by Anunoby again.
Oh, OG's playing like he's on fucking fire.
And it's going to be Pacer ball.
Damn, OG is putting in the 10 times the effort that Bridges has. He's throwing himself around. He's doing everything he can.
Off the inbound. Matherin defended by Hart. Turner sets a screen, drives down the lane, and fight for the ball. They're going to call a foul. Here you go. Sit in the grimace. Donald, you got to do the Tibbs grimace. Have your arms folded. Just sit there and fucking oof. Hart fell on his face.
Good. Fucking good.
Matherin hands off to Halliburton. And another foul is called. Hart, Towns, and Robinson, all have 4 fouls. Why is Shamet and DeLon Wright actually playing a role, but he fucking go to the bench? There's a foul there. Donald, how many minutes did they even play in this quarter?
This feels like the longest fucking half, man. It's just been so stop-start.
Here you go. Another fucking grimace.
So many fouls.
Knocks down the free throw. Well, there's Mikal Bridges. We're back to the same fucking starting 5.
Oh. What are you doing? Why is he coming back?
He should be fucking fired after the series. He should so be fucking fired.
Why is he coming back?
He should so be fucking fired after the series. I'm not even fucking around anymore.
Who's he taking off?
DeLon Wright, Landry Shamet, and Deuce McBride.
Well, all 3?
Oh yeah, they're on the bench.
Well, so we brought back our entire starting lineup.
The original starting five that doesn't work. That's right, Donald. I know that. And he just steal inside, and Anunoby playing with his head on fire steals it. Hart, Brunson, Hart on the drive, finds Bridges. Kicks out to Anunoby for three. Shots no good.
Bridges ran away from the basket again.
Matherin, corner three, fall away, no good.
I mean, yeah, Tibbs needs to be fired, but Bridges, he needs to be low-key traded, bro.
What do you mean low-key? I want him gone as soon as possible.
Yeah, like, this is a joke.
Brunson off a screen, looks, finds Hart cutting to the basket. He is fouled. Anunoby's doing all he can. Donald, Alex just gave me a great idea. I think I gotta start calling Josh Hart Brunson's co-host again.
Yeah, I know, bro. Because last time we did that, it actually worked, and he started playing insane.
Donald, I got it. You'll fly Mikal Bridges out of Kennedy. I'll fly Tibbs out of Kennedy.
No problem.
Brunson's co-host misses the second free throw. Halliburton right of the screen. Looks. Finds Nesmith. Nesmith out to Turner, back to Halliburton. They play the screen high. Halliburton versus Brunson. Kicks out to Nesmith. Nesmith misses the three. Rebound Hart. I'm sorry, Brunson's co-host. Hart hands to Bridges. Anunoby cuts to the basket. Fakes. Couple of fakes again. Hart is fouled. Hart with 8 points tonight. Plenty of turnovers, too. First free throw goes in. Donald, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to bet this lineup closes. Timeout is called. I have a feeling this lineup's going to close. We don't. Yes and no. Tibbs is not using his bench. That's literally the problem. We're literally calling out that Hart and Bridges should not be out there. Shamet and Wright have been eons better.
Facts.
Are they the top bench players? Are they like the greatest bench players? No, but they were clearly serving a purpose, and they were clearly right. You were clearly having good momentum with them in the game. I like DiVincenzo too. He had a big game last night. Tried to save the fucking Timberwolves, but could not be done. Fucking Rudy Gobert was ass. Cat's not the big issue. I'm not going to say it again. Unless you trade him for Giannis, but I'm not going to say it again. Cat's not the issue right now.
No, he's not. He's trying to make things happen.
Donald, do we pass him again? I'm not defending his defensive lapses. I think he could be a help. I think he could be really a good help on this team, despite his defensive lapses. But Donald, do we run plays or pass him the ball?
No, we don't.
Because there is no structure.
I mean, regardless of what happens the rest of the way in the playoffs, we have a decision to make. We've got two choices. Choice number one is you lock fucking Brunson and Kat in a gym and they spend the summer fucking working on their game together. They have to learn how to sacrifice because neither of them have learned how to sacrifice yet. Both of them just want to get theirs, right? And you can't win a championship that way. So they have to figure out a way of them both excelling together. If that's not possible, then Kat has to be traded. It's as simple as that because this is not working. You can't have. And I'm not necessarily advocating to trade Kat because I like him as an offensive player. Terrible defender though. One of the worst defending. Probably the worst defensive center I've ever seen. Like, there's not even a joke about it. Like, he doesn't even have any IQ whatsoever. But offensively, he's good, really fucking good. But we don't feed him the ball. Well, there's no actions involving him. Brunson doesn't want to find him, and Kat doesn't want to find Brunson. So it's not something that's going to work. So either they fixed whatever weird chemistry issue that befalling them, or Kat has to be traded. That's my opinion.
And it's also a coach that has to make it work. If we're going to run.
Well, that's it. Absolutely. There is an aspect to that for sure.
Oh, look, Donald, who just got cooked by Halliburton?
My favorite player.
Mikal Bridges. He's still out there, though. Hart looks, finds Brunson. Brunson, Anunoby inside. No good, but a foul.
But, I mean, well, I would maybe give this partnership between Kat and Brunson one more year. The first thing I do, though, is I'm trading Bridges.
Fuck yeah.
Because Bridges is just not a fit. We need someone who's actually a reliable three-point shooter in order to improve spacing. You know?
Anunoby missed the free throw. Yeah.
Somebody that's a reliable perimeter shooter that's a spot-up three-point shooter in order to improve spacing because our spacing is shit right now.
Anunoby misses both. Rebound Halliburton. Halliburton pulls up, three-pointer, no good. Rebound Anunoby. Anunoby drives down the lane. Anunoby is stripped, and Halliburton lost the ball out of bounds. But Bridges didn't even go for that ball there.
No, you're right, Barbara. I mean, Randall and Brunson did play well together because they're both comfortable. They were both comfortable playing each other. But to be fair, did you read the interview that involved Randall? He said Randall wasn't happy in New York. So
yeah, he was talking about the New York pressure. Let me tell you something. Listen, I loved Randall when he was here. I had my complaints about him, but some players are just not built for New York. That's the truth. Halliburton pulls up, jumper no good. Rebound taken by Towns.
I wouldn't say that he wasn't comfortable in New York. I think he was, but I don't know how happy he was.
Yo, what the fuck was that? Anunoby just got slammed to the ground. That's got to be a flagrant.
It was probably for the best that we traded him. And I haven't really missed him. I'll be honest. I haven't. I think Kat has played very well.
Yo, he's literally.
By the way, one of them is an All-NBA player. One of them isn't. And one of them, and Kat made the All-NBA team.
Dude, how is that not a possibility of a flagrant? His arm was literally dragged down and got thrown down. How is that not a fucking flagrant?
Yeah. Okay, 9-point game. Only 5 minutes left.
Let's lock in.
Let's lock in. It's not impossible.
Knocks down the free throw. It's an 8-point game. Can we get stops, Donald?
No, Cat playing drop.
Halliburton spins, looks, finds Nembhard. Nembhard defended by Hart. Play the screen high. They switch it to Brunson. Nembhard pulls up. Jumper. No good. Rebound. Out of bounds. Knicks basketball.
Where's Mitch? Get him back.
It's not in the time card yet.
I mean, if there was a time to have Mitch, it would be the last 5 minutes so he can get second chance opportunities and protect the rim.
Brunson with a screen from Towns to the left. Drives down the lane. Brunson, couple dribbles, drives. Once again, Brunson off glass. No good. Rebound Towns. He puts it up and in.
Big rebound. Big rebound. We're only down 6. We can still do this.
Halliburton. Out to Nembhard. Drives in the paint. Kicks out. Siakam. Three-pointer. Got it.
Gee. So late to rotate.
Bridges. Off a screen. Drives to the middle. Bridges. Wandering. Hands to Brunson. Brunson defended by Nesmith. Drives down the lane. He spins. Kicks out. Bridges. Three-pointer. Got it.
He finally did something.
Halliburton, defended by Bridges, gets across the screen, drives down the lane, inside.
Bridges
Is good.
got fucking cooked on toast. He got toasted.
Brunson hands to Towns.
From Halliburton.
Towns hands to Brunson. Brunson hands to Bridges. Bridges down the lane. Bridges kicks. Josh Hart throws it down. No, he puts it up and he puts it in. Originally thought he had the dunk there, but he put up his own rebound.
All right. We're getting a lot of really good looks.
Halliburton toying with Towns. 13 to shoot.
Where's Mitch?
And timeout Pacers. Dude, I'm telling you, this is the perfect time to bring in Deuce. Or just a defender.
I want Deuce and Mitch. I'm not worried about offense. We will get our looks. I'm worried about defense.
Stops. You gotta get stops.
Get stops.
All it takes is stops. Unbelievable. You know what? I did like Quickly too. But I will say that trade is a win for the Knicks. That's a clear win.
That was an absolute steal. I mean, I was upset at the time, but I didn't realize just how perfect a fit OG would be here.
And yeah, absolutely. And another thing is the Raptors are actually considering trading RJ Barrett again.
Oh, I mean, I was delighted that we traded RJ. I've never been a fan of RJ Barrett. I've been wanting RJ Barrett traded for long before we traded him. So that was a win. I don't miss him whatsoever. I kind of miss Quickly though.
Oh, listen, for an Energizer, fine. Listen, I'm happy he's succeeding in fucking Toronto. I never hated him.
We couldn't afford to pay him what he was looking for.
No, that's to be fair.
It just wasn't worth it.
Still in this game, 3:06 to play. Pacers will have 12 on the shot clock. Knicks down 6. Nembhard feeds to Turner. Hands off to Nembhard. Defended by Hart. Switch on now. Nembhard looks. Turner sets a screen. Nembhard pulls back high. 2-pointer. No good. Tip up. Rebound. Tip up again. No good. And a foul.
Still no Mitch.
No.
Why does Tibbs do that? Why does he call a timeout and keep exactly the same team on the floor after it?
Because he's arrogant and he's stubborn. That's why.
It's just like, if you need to call a timeout, it probably means that things aren't going so well. Right? So maybe you would think about making a change, but no, he just keeps the same fucking team out there.
Turner misses the first.
Almost defeats the purpose of calling a timeout in the first place.
Or even if it was a Pacers timeout, you reevaluate everything.
Right. Anyhow, we're still very much in this.
Yeah. Turner second is good. Brunson will bring it up. Brunson get the screen from Bridges to the right. Brunson looks, feeds, out to Cat. Cat, jab steps, looking. Finds Bridges. Bridges down the lane. Bridges kicks out to Anunoby. Anunoby drives down the lane inside off the glass, but an offensive foul.
Yeah, in hindsight, Barbara, that Grimes trade was not smart. I didn't foresee him to be this good, but we probably should have held on to him.
Halliburton looks, drives down the lane, defended by Bridges, toying with him. Halliburton kicks, Siakam, Nesmith drives down the lane inside, and a foul is called. And Towns is hurt too.
Badly from the looks of things. He's in pain. What happened here? I think they just bumped knees.
Yeah, he was holding his left knee.
Oh, shit, he is in
Timeout is called.
He's in mad amounts of pain.
About the Grimes trade, I think it would have served better purpose had Boyan not gotten hurt in the playoffs. Because Burks was cooking in the playoffs, and plus Grimes, if we're being honest, is cooking on an empty stats team. That Sixers team was not good when he was cooking. And if we're being fair as well, Grimes regressed in his trying to do the math, third year with the Knicks.
No, he was terrible, but to be fair, he wasn't being utilized much. He was being sitting out because Tibbs doesn't like to develop people.
No.
So he was just kind of being iced out. And in hindsight, the trade didn't really work out. Like Burks was bad, horrible, fucking horrible in his return, and Bogdanovic should have been good, but he's not a Tibbs guy. He's the antithesis to Tibbs because he doesn't play defense, and he's got a nice perimeter shot, which is exactly what the problem is with Cat. So, with maybe a more creative offensive coach, Bogdanovic probably would have been pretty good. Max, you're right. This feels terrible. We still have a shot, but it feels like we're really far away from us. I agree.
So the Knicks challenged, and I think this is going to go the other way.
Cat's in insane pain. Oh my god. I've never seen him in this much pain. It was just because he got forcefully kicked in the knee.
Like, he was fucking grimacing hard.
I think he's maybe got a knee bruise or... What? Is he...
It's quite a dangerous game he and the coach are playing now.
Dude, Tibbs, come on, man. What are you doing?
If he fucking kills Cat.
He can't move. Just put Mitchell on the floor.
They're going to go after him defensively now.
That's so weird. The guy's so restricted.
Brunson will bring it up. Brunson defended by Nesmith. Bridges comes to set the screen. Brunson down the lane. He jab steps, looks, finds Bridges in the corner. High arcing three. No good. Rebound. Out of bounds on the Pacers.
What a fucking horrible shot.
Brunson looking to inbound. Finds Bridges quickly. Bridges puts up a shot. That's awful, too. Anunoby with the rebound, but it's taken by Halliburton.
Get this clown off my team.
Siakam is blocked out of bounds by Anunoby. And Towns had his knee stepped on, or I should say his leg.
Why? Oh, God. Bridges, bro.
Looking inbound is Halliburton. Finds, and that is a foul.
This game's over.
I think Hart might have fouled out.
Bridges can't fucking shoot. No, he can't.
It's fucking awful.
6 first-round picks for this.
Josh, you did not have yourself a great game, first of all. Second of all, the minutes you played were a fucking atrocity. 36 minutes, that's a disgrace.
How did he play 36 minutes? He did nothing.
Siakam knocks down the first.
He did absolutely nothing. Good Halliburton cooked this, bro.
Yes, he did.
He absolutely cooked this, bro. He is so good.
Who was his primary assignment, Donald? It was Bridges.
Well, he cooked Bridges on a skillet.
Siakam knocks down the second.
32, 10, and 14. That's ridiculous.
That's like Russell Westbrook numbers.
It is.
Brunson, Bridges, drives, pass deflected out of bounds.
Pass. Number 25, you are a fucking moron.
Is there a penalty or a foul for that being a fucking moron?
Yeah, there should be. Should be a technical foul.
Off the inbound goes Bridges. Bridges fires and misses.
He's missed 3 of those curl route fucking corner 3 misses. It's 3 in a row.
Siakam, no good. Rebound taken by Nesmith. Ball's batted out and stolen by the Knicks. Towns in transition. OG is fouled.
Oh, bro.
But Tibbson's like, all right, I'm still trusting you, bro.
He's been so bad. How many minutes has Bridges played? Like 40?
Good question. 33.
33. It feels like he's played at 50.
Well, with Tom Thibodeau as your coach, as long as you're an NBA veteran, you can get away with anything.
That's 33 more minutes than he deserves. He has been horrible.
Ass juice. Anunoby at the line. He knocks it down. Brunson got smacked in the face. No foul. Whatever.
He definitely got smacked in the face.
Pacers can just run down the clock. They're going to double. Toppin looks. They find Nembhard. Looking. 6 to shoot. Drives on Brunson. He turns. He's stripped. Out of bounds on the Knicks. It'll be Pacer ball with 2.7 seconds on the shot clock. Looks, feeds, Toppin, 3. Oh. That's the game.
Oh, that was disgusting. I think I might be sick.
There we go. There's no plan. Even if they were in that in this game, that Brunson rushed to a basket. There was no plan.
Don't foul him. What's the point?
Was that fucking Bridges who missed his assignment?
This is actually the worst Bridges performance of the season. Joins Oscar Robertson and Nikola Jokic with a 30, 10, and 15 game. $30, 12, and 15. That's ridiculous. The Kings must be regretting that trade.
Fuck yeah. To where they are now?
Yeah. Like, Sabonis is good, but he's not Halliburton.
Rebound to Shamet. Brunson down the lane. He's going to easily score. Don't even foul.
Yeah, don't bother. Don't fucking bother.
Or foul.
Why? What are you going to do? You're going to score 9 points in 14 seconds, and they're going to miss 100% of their free throws? Come on, guys. This is prolonging the agony. It's over. Oh, well, Knicks in 7.
Bridges brings it up. He pulls up for 3. Figures he hits that one. I cannot tell you how done I am with fucking Bridges. I cannot tell you how done I am.
I know you fouled him. What is the point? There isn't even enough time to come back. No turnovers?
That's amazing. Brunson will bring it up. Shamet pulls off a 3. That's not even close. And that'll do it.
Thank God.
The Knicks lose 130 to 121. They're officially down 3-1 in this series and will have to pull off one hell of a miraculous comeback to win the series, especially at Madison Square Garden, where they haven't played well much of the postseason. I'd like to thank 3 people for this loss. Tom Thibodeau, Mikal Bridges, and Josh Hart. Thanks, guys. Fucking complete idiocy. I'm not going to say it. I mean, I'll say it again. The coach should be fired after this series because unless this team pulls out a fucking miracle out of their ass, nobody's being put in positions to succeed. Just look at the offense. Clearly does not know how to make adjustments in game. Look at the substitutions. And he sits there with a fucking grimace and does nothing. Donald, you said it perfectly. Out of these timeouts, What does he say? Do the Knicks look better after timeouts? And here's another thing. A constant Thibodeau artifact. They're starting a third quarter slow. Could be with any lineup. They always start off slow. Always. This would be one hell of a comeback, but right now I'm not feeling it. The Knicks literally, for the first time, have their backs against their wall. Backs against the wall. For the first time in this postseason, this is their first elimination game coming up. True elimination game.
I mean, I quite like them at the Garden. They might. I'd be surprised if they lose all 3 games at the Garden.
Here's what I think is going to happen. I think they win Game 5 just to lose in Game 6.
I could see that. There's a lot of problems here, and there's things that just cannot be fixed this year. It needs to be fixed in the off season. One of them is coaching. The lack of offensive system. We don't run any actions. That entire game was ISO. But it's not conducive to winning championships. That's not championship caliber basketball.
Fucking no.
Either Cat or Brunson play well. They don't both play well. That's a problem. The guy we gave up 600 draft picks for was the worst player on the floor by a mile. And that's pretty impressive considering how bad Josh Hart was. So that's a problem. Why did Mitchell Robinson get benched and then never seen again after he was really bad in the first half, but Tibbs gave him a shot in the third quarter. He repaid that shot by actually playing pretty well. He got a couple of offensive rebounds, knocked down some free throws, recycling possession a couple times, and then Tibbs takes him out, and then you never saw him again. Meanwhile, Bridges makes mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake. Hart makes mistake after mistake, mistake after mistake, and they stay on the floor for 40 minutes each. I mean, double standards. Poorly coached game, really bad attitude coming out of the third quarter. I honestly thought those guys were on drugs. Like, what was going on? Did they all take a Xanax each? Like, they were all just like dozy. They were like,
I would say melatonin.
The melatonin, it was like they weren't even awake in the third quarter. The quarter barely started, and Siakam had an open jumper for 2, and then after that, lazy possession, turnover, Bridges, more points. Tibbs finally calls a timeout 3 minutes too late. Keeps exactly the same lineup on the floor, only for it to get worse. That's the kind of stuff that we're talking about. There's bad coaching. There's a lot of problems here, man. But I think we probably win at the Garden because despite everything that went wrong tonight, we only lost by less than 10 points. Like, we were kind of there. We could have done something if we weren't this incompetent. So that, you'd look at it both ways. Why are we so incompetent at the most important game? But then you can also say we were horrible at every facet of the game, terrible defensively, terrible offensively, yet we still put up 121 points, and we were kind of right there all through the game if we were just a little bit smarter. Says to me we're the better team. We're just getting out-coached and out-worked.
It's little
and
things.
Out-schemed. And Halliburton's been the better player. He's been better than Brunson. Maybe not statistically, but in terms of like making an effect on both ends of the floor and hitting the big shots and just making the right decisions, he's been better. Have to own it. I've loved offense from Brunson, but I've not liked his playmaking. He's not helped. He's not made people around him better, and he's been really bad defensively.
You're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. And you know what? We could talk about, and I know the season's not officially over. We'll talk about eventually. Was this season a success and a failure, whatever? I'm telling you all, you are not guaranteed this every year. That's why the Knicks have to make the most of it. Going down in game one should have never happened. They really, if we're being, the Knicks got what they deserved. If we're being fair, they deserved to be down 3-1 after the way they handled game one.
Mm-hmm.
If we're being honest, this should be at least a 2-2 series. Heading back to the Garden should be. But again, coulda, woulda, shoulda. You can say what you want. Because, the Pacers run a hell of an offense. They could score. They don't play defense, but, they grab six. I should say they put players in position to succeed. I think we have the overall talent better. I think we have better talent, but we don't have the coach to maximize those talented players.
I agree with that.
That's the truth. And as I said, I'm obviously very upset we're down 3-1 in the conference finals. People could be like, oh, we made the conference finals for the first time in 25 years. You take advantage of every opportunity you have. Being in this position next year is not guaranteed. That's a sports thing. If your team overachieves, and I'm pull out an example, the Yankees making the World Series, they lost. That's not guaranteed every year. The Knicks making the Eastern Conference Finals for especially how bad they've been for the better part of 25 years, that's not guaranteed. I know this. I'm speaking as if the season is over, but it's not. But they'd have to pull up some kind of fight. And I think we're just being outcoached. There's as I say, the little things. It's not just a matter of coaching; it's a matter of players as well.
Well, I mean, absolutely. Like going into these playoffs, it was expected that we'd be taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers, who won 64 games in the regular season. No one was quite expecting that they would have been destroyed by this Pacer team.
Yeah.
Who were a lower seed than the Knicks. So we've actually kind of got a good scenario here. We've got a good scenario. This is we're a more talented team than this Pacer team, in my opinion.
I agree.
But individuals doesn't make a team. You know what I mean? Just look at that Cavs team. They just fell apart in the playoffs because they're a ton of stars, but as a team, not quite. They didn't show up in the big moment, but this Pacer team does. They're just so well balanced. You know what I mean? They're relentlessly fast. They're not great defensively. I don't even like them defensively, but they just do enough. They do enough. They don't have the lapses that the Knicks have.
That's absolutely right.
They're just better coached. This has really been an indication that there's a chemistry issue with this team, and I don't know who's to blame. I don't know whether it's a Bridges thing. I don't know whether it's a Brunson Cat thing. I don't know if it's a Cat thing. I don't know who's to blame. There is a chemistry issue. I think there's been a story season long. When there's definitely a coaching issue. This has been Tibbs' worst coached year by far. By far.
I absolutely agree. And I'll add on to that because, he has a lot of talent at his disposal. But when I talked about, you don't make it this far every year, that doesn't even talk about in terms of team. That talks about in terms of coaching. Yes, he outcoached Missoula and JB Bickerstaff, credit to him. But this is against Rick Carlisle. Carlisle is a very well-rounded coach. He's had defensive teams in Dallas. He could evolve to, suiting his scheme offensively with a Pacers team that likes to run and gun. And I asked this, and I said this, after game 2, I was like, this is the first time in 14 years Tibbs made an Eastern Conference Finals. With his age and all, with his inability to adjust. If he doesn't outcoach or doesn't win this series, when will he ever? I'm not trying to be cynical, but that's the truth. And
by the way, I felt that JB Bickerstaff actually outcoached Tibbs in that series. Brunson saved us. We were horrible in that series against the Pistons. Brunson just went nuclear.
and saved us because we were not good in that series. Remember?
Yeah, it was every game was close. Every game there was no comfortability when it came to a lead. Cat had a great game 4, I think it was, where he hit that step back 3.
Yeah. Couple miracle shots.
It's overall talent. It's overall talent carrying this team. And again, here let me put it to you this way. This is my feelings on Tibbs. I don't think he's a bad coach. I don't think there's bad coaches, there's good coaches, there's great coaches, and there's coaches who have a ceiling. Tibbs just happens to be one of them. And throughout his years, sometimes, he just wore it as welcome. Like after 2010, they make the Eastern Conference Finals, the Bulls. They were never to be seen there again. The highest they got was the second round, I think at least once or twice. Minnesota, that happened. That wasn't a great team, which actually was at his disposal because he was the one making the roster decisions. Regardless, the Knicks, he turns around the culture, and I think he's responsible for this team's turnaround.
He sure is.
Oh, absolutely. Him and Julius Randle were the forefront, but if we're being honest, it's time to go. Every coach at least has an expiration date.
I completely agree. I mean, listen, I've always been a big supporter of Tibbs. I think Tibbs will go down as one of our best coaches in our history. Already he is. Look at the number of wins that he's already got as a Knick coach. It's right up there. It's like 5th all time or something. He's been one of the best coaches. He's been probably the second best coach since Jeff Van Gundy. He's been great, absolutely great. But I think what he's ideal at is one of those kind of teams where, like the little engine that could teams. I think he's great at those teams, where maybe they're not packed with talent, but he ekes out just enough out of each of them, that extra 10% out of each of them, to make them play way above the level that you would expect.
Overachievers, yeah.
Yeah, he's great at those teams. Because look at the team that we had coming out of the COVID year.
Julius Randle, Elfrid Payton, Reggie Bullock, Nerlens Noel.
Burks, Nerlens Noel. That was a bad roster apart from Randle. Derrick Rose came in and he turned back the clock. He was phenomenal. But, I mean, that was not a great roster. And he had us, like the fucking 3rd seed or some shit? He was crazy. Anyway, top 6 seed anyway. He was fucking brilliant. I don't know how he managed to do that. That's how good a coach he is. Like, he's great at those kind of teams. It's just when he's in a team now with a bunch of different egos and they all need to get their shot, and I just don't think he can get them to that next level because he's not utilizing Cat. Bridges looks like a doofus, and there's just I don't know. It's just there's a chemistry issue.
And I think, Donald, the chemistry issue as well is working within a system. Everybody knowing their role.
He doesn't have a system right now. It's not a good system.
Well, Barbara, let's be fair for about a second. Randle was not this is like, I know you're playing Monday morning quarterback, and I think that's the wrong idea. The reason we traded Randle, A, we could not come to an extension. B, he was coming off a season-ending injury, which he possibly could have not been the same. I'm not playing Monday morning quarterback. I'm going to be completely transparent. I was not originally for trading Randle at the time, but seeing the Towns benefit, I was like, okay, I see why we traded him. I respected Randle as a player when he was with the Knicks. He was partially responsible for the turnaround along with Tibbs, but the Knicks were not re-signing him. And it was Jalen Brunson not Jalen Brunson or Julius Randle, but the Knicks were not going to extend him.
That's right. And Barbara, Randle said yesterday that he wasn't happy in New York, so that says it all. It says it all. And, I might be wrong in saying that he wasn't fit for New York. I think at the end of the day, it kind of wears down on you. And listen, I was actually kind of worn down by it. I do.
He was actually
very comfortable in Minnesota, and I'm happy for him. I'm a big Randle supporter. I'm not necessarily sure whether things would have been much different with Randle on the floor as opposed to Cat. Maybe it would be. I don't know. Cat hasn't been that bad. Offensively, he's been good.
Yeah.
And defensively, he's been really bad. But Randle's not a good defender either. So it's not like
anything.
And you know what the thing is, though?
Because there's any crazy difference would have been made. I really don't.
And I'll move this before I get to Barbara's next question, then we'll close it out. It's like, you got to remember, Mitchell Robinson was hurt to start the year. Tibbs was never going to play Randall at the 5. I wouldn't have been opposed to that personally, but again, that was just never happening because Tibbs needs a rim protector. But Towns is not a rim protector, but Towns is also 7'0". And I'm just saying that for Tibbs' perspective, not mine. But is it who I want as coach?
I think you should be putting your focus and your energy on Bridges, because Bridges is a massive extension, and he is garbage. He's like our 4th option. And what's the extension that he's due this coming off season? It's like $40 million or something.
Let me do the math for you. I believe it's 4 years, $156 million. You do the math. That is close, $39 million. I would not re-sign him. No fucking way.
Circumstances. That would be a horrible contract. He's our 4th option.
Dude, if you trade him for, I'm going to be honest with you, at this point, if you trade him for a couple of bench players who actually could play, I'd fucking take that. I don't care about draft picks at that point. If you get rotation players in here, say, okay, we'll put, so-and-so at the 2 or the 3, they could start and put like a backup point guard and shit, I'd fucking be down for that. But Bridges sucks. He sucks. He's terrible.
Right. I mean, that's the thing. It's just like, that's the problem. That's the problem. I don't necessarily think Cat is a problem. He had an all-NBA year. The big problem is Bridges. I think Bridges has had a horrible year. He's had a couple of flashy moments, which has been great, like that against the Celtics. But by and large, he's had a horrible year. And that's the problem. And he wants $40 million. You can't pay him that. To be a 4th option, that'll get us way over the second tax apron. And we're in trouble.
Yeah, you're if you extend Mikal Bridges, which I believe would be a big fucking mistake, that would be if you extend Mikal Bridges, that would be Leon Rose's worst move, and arguably, I'm sorry, a fireable offense, because you are literally, if you extend Mikal Bridges, I'm telling this team not to do that. You extend Bridges, you're already locked into Brunson's contract. You're already locked into Josh Hart's contract. You're already locked into Karl-Anthony Towns' contract. You're locked into OG's contract. You're locked into Mitch's contract. You're literally shrinking your window and shrinking any possible depth you can have.
No flexibility whatsoever. And what are the Celtics going to do? They're actually going to be starting to move some players this offseason.
Yeah, because the second apron.
The Knicks have to be smart here, man. Like,
I'll say this.
You cannot convince me that if they did trade for, say, 2 smart bench players and a couple picks, that would not be just as useful, if not more useful than Bridges. If you bring in someone that's as aggressive defender as, say, a DeLon Wright, is what you say, right? And then you bring in someone who's an excellent 3-point shooter, who's a better spot-up 3-point shooter than Bridges, then what, that's pretty much better than what you're getting from Bridges right now. And then you get a couple of draft picks back after we traded too many to get rid to acquire him. I think that would be a smart deal. I would just do that, man. Get some flexibility.
It wouldn't be just flexibility. It'd also be, you're not justifying a mistake. Like, okay,
right.
And yes, I get it. The Knicks would absolutely have no leverage because they traded how many first-round picks for the guy, and the dude is due for an extension. But, Randall was also due for an extension. They traded him. So you trade him. We lost Hartenstein.
We missed Hartenstein, Barbara. If there's a player that you miss, it's not Randall, it's Hartenstein. We missed Hartenstein.
It was fucking second apron. And there's some people who don't get that. I'm not, being homer for homer, but like that's the truth. If this whole CBA wasn't agreed upon, the Knicks Hartenstein would be back as a Knick. But again, you got to understand from his perspective, some people shat on Hartenstein for signing with OKC. This dude's been a role player. He's been mostly on minimum contracts. Why not earn a payday?
Now he's a key player for OKC, but we miss him, man, because
listen, I don't disagree.
Actually worked together. They fit. They had the chemistry. Because he set hard screens to free up Brunson. They had a pick and roll partnership. They ran pick and roll together. Hartenstein protected the rim. That worked. Plus, Hartenstein is a really good passer. So he was able to kick the ball up to the perimeter. We missed that. Brunson has no idea what to do with Cat. Cat is a different fish to Hartenstein. He's a completely different center. He has no idea what to do with him. Hartenstein's what we miss. We actually miss a center like Hartenstein.
Yeah, he'd be great as backup. But again, Barbara, I completely agree. I don't understand the second apron either. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that because
I can understand it, and it's actually a good thing because it takes away super teams.
It also takes away overpaying your role players.
Absolutely. And I think that's a good thing. It means that there's going to be a greater emphasis on draft picks, which we traded 6 of them for a shitty role player. You know what I'm saying? Developing your prospects, these kind of guys. And prioritizing the guys who are more important to you than others. I actually quite like it, and I think it adds parity to the league.
It's just difficult for the Knicks right now. Don't worry, it's coming for other teams, Donald, as you said.
The Celtics, they're in a bit of trouble. I think you might be looking at Porzingis or White being traded, maybe White
or Jaylen Brown.
Maybe Brown. No, I think they'll keep Brown. I think Brown's pretty important, but they will need to free up some money. So that's a good thing. The Cavs are restricted. They're way over. They're a heavy luxury tax team. So are the Lakers. So the Knicks have to be smart here. And I hope that their capologist is smart because that is not good if they extend Bridges. We're kind of fucked.
Yeah, kind of fucked. We would be fucked. What's the bird rights? Do they still have that? You have bird rights. I think the Knicks, I think I'm not sure if they had bird rights on Hartenstein. Could be wrong, but that's bird rights is essentially when you go over the cap. You're allowed to go over the cap to sign a certain player. I don't know if the Knicks have that, and plus with the free agents that the Knicks have, that's not really a need for them at this point because what are you gonna do? Resign fucking campaign? You use your bird rights? Nah, you wouldn't.
It's exactly the same situation as where the Lakers are with Austin Reeves. Like, they can only offer a limited extension to Austin Reeves right now.
Can I ask you something? I hate to interrupt, but
yeah,
I was going to ask. Somebody talked about an Austin Reeves trade. Would you trade for Austin Reeves to replace Bridges?
Sure. I actually probably would, yeah. Like, he's a better player than Bridges.
Yeah, somebody said, but it wouldn't. Somebody did like a trade package. This was like a few weeks ago before. And they're like trade. It was Mitchell Robinson, somebody else in the package for Austin Reeves. But I would. I
wouldn't trade Mitchell Robinson.
No.
I would trade straight up. I would trade for sure. Like straight up, absolutely.
But the problem is, with both sides, neither has great draft assets, and that's going to be the problem facing the Knicks. It's not just cap flexibility, it's draft pick flexibility, because the Stepien rule is still in place. You can't trade draft picks in consecutive seasons.
What about like a Caruso type? Like he's more of an aggressive defender. I quite like that.
If he could fit in the starting lineup, I wouldn't mind that because, the one concern that you do have with the Knicks lineup, and I think you're seeing that in play, is too many mouths to feed.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
With Bridges and Towns and Anunoby and Brunson, but
yeah, that's why last year's team seemed to fit better chemistry wise. DiVincenzo didn't need the ball. He wasn't, he's perfectly comfortable as a spot up shooter. And then also Hartenstein, he's a really aggressive player on both ends of the floor. Again, he didn't need the ball either. They were just a little bit more comfortable.
They were setting the role.
And we played better as a result. I've always felt this whole year that our chemistry isn't there. But ironically, this is the farthest we've been.
Yeah.
So, mostly on the basis of talent.
Yeah. Good night to Barbara. I'm also sad too. But guys, if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you know when I go live or drop a new video. We will be live for either the Knicks extending the series Thursday night or possibly this being a funeral and the end to what's been a roller coaster ride of a Knicks season. But also, if you guys, as I said, haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe. Also, pay attention. Follow the links down below to everybody, including Donald, who's been great. Twitter, PFN, Pinstripe Chronicles. Check it out, all folks. Knicks unfortunately lose, and we'll see you all on Thursday. Peace.